the title defense will be on the line. They eke in as an 8 seed and might be the round of 2 opponent against the Florida Gators. There's Maryland, which Michigan beat, taking on 13-seeded Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon.
Okay. That's in the West region right there. As for, as I mentioned, Duke is the 1 seed out east, starting in Raleigh. That should be a great time for all those in North Carolina.
Home game.
Duke all the way.
The winner of American or Mount St. Mary's, waiting for that first 4. Don't call it a play-in, please. Oregon and Liberty, Arizona, and Akron for that top of the East bracket region. Alabama is the 2 seed in the East. As I mentioned, out in the South, Auburn is 1, Michigan State is 2. And then in that Western bracket, where Florida is 1, do you know who's 2? St. John's. How about St. John's as a 2 seed? Like I'm back in friggin' high school again.
Right. And they're playing those games are in Providence, where Rick Pitino used to be the head coach. Took Providence to a Final Four.
That's right. So those games in Providence, by the way, okay, Omaha, if I'm not mistaken, it's Omaha's first ever NCAA tournament appearance. And then the other 3 coaches in Providence, Bill Self's Kansas Jayhawks taking on John Calipari's
that's
Arkansas Razorbacks. And then there's Rick Pitino's St. John's.
That's awesome.
And then little old Omaha, trying to call, if you will, an Omaha on March Madness. With St. John's coming in, Rick Pitino is a 2 seed with St. John's in Providence, Rhode Island. Wild.
Got to assume that's a night game, Rich.
Why is that, Chris? Because the whole country wants to see a New York team in prime time? Is that what you're saying? Why are you saying that, Chris?
No, Rick Pitino's a vampire.
I didn't know that. Be careful, there might be some pushback on that.
From the vampire lobby?
Anything else? Anything else leap out at you, from interesting matchups to governors threatening to sue? Honestly, you know what? Is there more of an absolute waste of anybody's time than somebody in state or federal government, local government, spending any taxpayer dollar or any single split second of their time railing against a sports snub?
Yeah, Mike.
By threatening to sue. Florio, Mr. West Virginia himself.
Yeah, he chimed in. He was like, we definitely got screwed, but this seems like both a waste of time and a publicity stunt.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, I care about what you care about, so I'm gonna threaten to use the levers of government? Trust me, as a Michigan Wolverine, nobody would jump into the NCAA sucks pool quicker than me. But I wouldn't want the governor and the AG of Michigan to be doing anything other than, governing the state and actually catching waste, fraud, and abuse and holding those people who deserve to be held to account in such fashion. But kudos to the governor's staff to come up with a National Corrupt Athletic Association. That was a good one.
I like that.
Did they sit around the meeting and go, harumph, I didn't get a harumph out of you.
Harumph.
By the way, as you know, that's what you say to governors. William J. Lepetamain once did not get a harumph, and he took it out on Rock Ridge.
I have no idea what you're saying.
That is from Blazing Saddles, sir. Governor William J. Lepetamain.
I think you're right though.
Help me in with this.
The Providence with the superstar head coaches. I love that. That's always a storyline, especially in the one and done era.
Yeah.
The coaches are kind of the stars now. Did I see a record 14 SEC teams made it? That is bananas.
Yeah, I mean, you look everywhere, and there's SEC teams everywhere.
Everywhere.
We'll see, bud. We will see.
I'll have some thoughts later. I got a little March Madness overreaction.
Texas and Xavier, San Diego State, and North Carolina are the top seeded.
Well, that was the
first four.
Most controversial pick of UNC getting in. So,
well, I mean,
that's where West Virginia's beef is coming from.
That North Carolina gets in and West Virginia does not.
UNC and their quad one win.
So again, the whole quad this and RPI that, and
I mean, I get there's not a real way to measure these teams. They're not all playing each other, so you got to do it somehow. And the nerd stats, if you want to call them that, they do serve a purpose.
Just don't tell Jerry Palm how to shoot the scene. That's all I tell you. Just don't tell him how to shoot the scene.
Is he going to be at the wrong place at the wrong time at a donut shop?
I don't know, man.
I'm hesitant.
I know, I could always count on you. How about Gonzaga's an 8 seed? They got to be sitting there going, okay, just keep disrespecting us. Gonzaga's an 8, and Louisville's an 8, and UConn's an 8, guys.
Do not sleep on the Huskies.
You know what Cooper told me? My Cooper? I had no idea. As Michigan got a 5 seed, despite winning the Big Ten tournament, and Dusty May becoming the first ever Big Ten coach in his first year with a team to win the Big Ten tournament.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. No 5 seeds ever won the tournament. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 have won a tournament.
No 5.
The basketball gods have skipped 5. Jay Billis is going to join us on this program to discuss exactly all of this. We've got a What's More Likely coming up. That is a selection edition of it.
Overreaction Monday, Rich.
Say that again?
It's an overreaction.
What did I say? I was saying What's More Likely? I'm sorry. Pardon me about that. But we're going to be joined by one of the best of the top seed in the women's tournament from UCLA. Kiki Rice will join us to discuss that and so much more here on this edition of the Rich Eisen Show. We've got a sports update coming in a second. 844-204-RICH is the number to dial. We didn't even discuss Jamar Chase getting paid, but we will. And the same thing with T. Higgins. Cooper Kupp is a Seattle Seahawk. That happened seconds after we went off the air on Friday. So it's now time for a sports update. Here's Andrew Bogish.
Infinity Sports Network, Sports Flash.
And Rich, your update sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Listen up, not all beef jerky is the same. Old Trapper, better for you, higher in essential protein than chips, sugar-filled energy bars, or candy. So ask for Old Trapper by name because no other jerky compares. Old Trapper, what's your beef? The Bengals said they would make Jamar Chase the highest paid non-QB ever, and they finally did overnight. Chase has a new 4-year deal that averages $40.25 million with $112 guaranteed. Teammate T. Higgins signing his own 4-year deal with a max value of $115 million. The Texans, meanwhile, inking corner Derek Stingley Jr., 3 years, $89 million guaranteed. Iona men's basketball has fired head coach Tobin Anderson after just 2 seasons. In fact, today is the 2-year anniversary of Anderson leading 16-seed FDU to an upset of number 1 Purdue. Mookie Betts will miss the Dodgers-Cubs 2-game season-opening series in Tokyo tomorrow and Wednesday because he's not back at full strength after being sick and losing nearly 15 pounds. And Rory McIlroy won the Players' Championship this morning in a 3-hole playoff with J.J. Spawn. I'm Andrew Bogish.
855. Hey, like us on Facebook. Our handle is INF Sportsnet. That's INF Sportsnet for our Facebook page. This is the Infinity Sports Network.
We crunch the numbers so you don't have to. This is WEEI, 850 AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Debt can really take a toll on you. Between minimum payments and interest rates, it's really stressful, and at times it feels like you just can't get ahead. Navy Federal Credit Union understands debt is a huge stressor, and they're here to help. Navy Federal Credit Union has all the financial tools and resources you need to dominate debt. Right now, Navy Federal Credit Union is offering a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, you can also get $250 when you spend $2,500 in your first 90 days on a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus credit card. Don't let debt drag you down. Visit NavyFederal.org to start dominating debt today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 14.9% to 18%. Based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers high-quality supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product specialists who have the knowledge and experience to answer your toughest questions. Plus, their commitment to being your safety partner can help you keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There is a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote. 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
Insight, info, and trends. And, oh yeah, lots of fun along the way. This is WEEI 850 AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
All right, back here on the Rich Eisen Show, everybody. We just looked at the men's brackets, the women's brackets. Los Angeles, is UCLA and USC on a collision path or what?
Yes,
UCLA
absolutely.
is the top-ranked team in the entire, top-seeded team in the entire women's tournament.
Totally random, too.
And getting set to take on the rest of all the comers is none other than Kiki Rice of UCLA, presented by TurboTax. How you doing, Kiki?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
I am very pleased to have you here, courtesy of TurboTax, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Getting set to head into the tournament. What's your 2 cents on being a Big Ten champion? Is it tough for you to get used to even call yourself that, Kiki?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty crazy. I mean, I'm from the East Coast, so when I came out to UCLA, I did not expect to be playing in the Big Ten. The Big Ten's a conference that I watched growing up and everything.
Right.
But it was a bunch of East Coast teams and Midwest teams, so it's definitely pretty crazy that we're now in the Big Ten. And for UCLA and USC to be two of the best in our conference is, I'm sure, pretty unfamiliar to a lot of people.
Well, best in college basketball. You could even just go bigger than college, your conference, the entirety of the sport. And I guess it was only fitting that the Big Ten championship came down to you and USC, and you finally got past them first time this year. I'm wondering what was the difference this time around in Indianapolis for you, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they're a really tough team. A lot of great players. Juju's obviously great. And I think, we really just locked in and focused, kind of had a little bit of a different game plan. And we played hard, but a really great opponent. And we had 2 great matchups with them this year. But we came out on top, and we were just really excited with how we competed.
Let's be honest. Were you just sick and tired of hearing about Juju? Let's be honest. Kiki, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough seeing a lot of, a lot of press coverage for them and everything. I mean, they beat us 2 times, so they deserved it. But, I think we all felt like, we deserved that attention, and we just wanted to win. So I'm just glad we got it done.
Now, again, you play in Pauley Pavilion, and you're coming from the East Coast, but, you're from a basketball family. What is it like to stroll onto the court in Pauley Pavilion and play for UCLA? Kiki, what is that like?
Yeah. It's remarkable. I mean, every single day when I get to walk in the arena and practice there, I'm reminded of how much of a historical place that is. Pauley is one of the best arenas in all of college basketball, and I'm just grateful to be able to practice there and play there every time. But we've had a few sellouts over the first few years that I've been here, and like whenever the crowd is just super loud and a lot of people, I'm just like reminded of how special Pauley is.
It's star-studded too. I mean, again, your last home game against USC was the event in Los Angeles of the weekend, and I'll be honest, like LeBron and Luka are playing in this town, and
exactly,
and Kawhi's playing in this town. But did at any point in that time did you look around and go, "There's John Legend, there's Myles Garrett, there's so and so"? Did you take a peek at any point in time in the crowd for that, Kiki?
I think it was actually funny at one point. I think it was a free throw or something, or maybe I was inbounding the ball, and I look over and I'm like, wait, I think that's Myles Garrett sitting right there. And obviously I'm focused on the game and everything, but yeah, I'll look around and see who's there. But I'm a big football fan, so like I recognized him. But it was pretty funny to see some really cool people on the sideline.
Yeah, he's tough to miss, Kiki, to be very honest with you.
Exactly.
Plus,
like, that's definitely him.
Yeah, and he was in a good seat. Surprise, surprise. So what is the challenge in front of you and your fellow Bruins here, Kiki?
Yeah. I mean, obviously we won the Big Ten tournament championship, but, that's just the beginning. We're not done yet. We're going to be, top seed in the NCAA tournament, and we'll have a long, difficult road ahead of us. But I think we're motivated and focused, and we just have to take it day by day and focus on getting better. But, it's not going to be easy. March is a really tough time of the year, and we're going to play a lot of really good teams, but we'll be ready.
Have we gotten past the point of you and your colleagues and everybody else who's playing in women's college basketball growing the sport? Do you think we've passed that point, Kiki? What do you think?
No, I mean, I would say there's been a ton of growth, and definitely women's basketball is receiving a lot more attention than it has in the past, but I wouldn't say we're past growing. I mean, our generation's next generation coming up is going to continue to do all that it can to continue to grow the sport, because the generation before us did that for us, and that's why we're able to have the platform and the support that we have right now. But I'm like really grateful to be playing right now, because I think right now women's basketball is one of the hottest things out there across all different types of sports, both men's and women's. So it's a really fun time to be playing.
Have you found yourself being recognized more? than before?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I was walking around LA the other day, and a few people stopped me, and it's just like on random areas and everything. But it is pretty cool to, be recognized, and for, my team on campus to be, be celebrated by our fellow students and professors and all of that. So it's a fun time to be.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Professor? Have you been back to class since winning the Big Ten, or have you gotten like a cheer in the classroom and walking in even before all that?
I have class today, so we'll see what happens today. Hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, before, like previous weeks and everything, our professors would be like, "Everyone go to the women's basketball game," or would ask questions about it and everything. And I've had a bunch of professors that always come to the games and everything and support us and always want to talk about what happened the next time I see them in class. So it is pretty cool to have a lot of different people across campus invested in not just our the team and coaches and athletic department.
Before we get to TurboTax, just a little bit more on you, Kiki. One of our producers here on our show went to Yale with your dad. And he sent us this photograph from Indianapolis. We put it up on the screen right there. Yeah, there you are.
One of my favorite photos.
Now, who's in this photograph? One is another individual I recognize, but I'll give you the floor here on who these folks are.
On the right side is my mom and my dad wearing the blue jerseys, and then in the white jerseys is my aunt and my uncle. And yeah, probably maybe you're saying you recognize my aunt.
Yes, that is correct.
Yep, yeah.
Susan Rice.
Yeah, Susan Rice. Yes, She worked in the Obama administration and in the Biden administration. Is now that she's not working in government anymore. She's a huge supporter of mine. She's comes to a lot of the games. I don't think she's missed that many this year. So she loves coming out. And yeah, my family supports me all the time. But it's really great to have them, by my side all the time.
And because I know your dad played at Yale. Did your mom play at all?
Yeah, my mom played at Yale, but she played tennis. So
okay.
Kind of different background in sport, but she, has learned a little bit about basketball, because I've been playing for so long.
Okay. And I know the Obama family has, a connection to Oregon State back in the Pac-12 days. Does this mean Obama is now de facto a fan of the UCLA Bruins, Kiki?
I would hope so. Yeah. I mean, I know he always puts out his bracket, his March Madness bracket. So let's hope that he has UCLA winning this year. We'll see.
We'll see if he's got USC going further than UCLA. But it kind of does feel, though, Kiki, that there's a fourth meeting between you guys coming up soon. Wouldn't you get that general sense of things? For sure.
Yeah, I mean, definitely could. I mean, you really never know in March. Anything can happen, but I think we'd both love to play each other again. I could, definitely see us both going really far in the tournament and meeting again. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup every single time we play each other. So I could definitely see it coming.
Yeah, I mean, with all due respect to South Carolina, UConn, everyone else, I don't know. It just kind of get the sense that there's another matchup between you and USC. What's your relationship with TurboTax before I let you go, Kiki?
Yeah. I've obviously partnered with TurboTax. That's why I'm here today. And I think, it's really interesting because as, a 21-year-old college student, most people my age haven't, aren't worried about paying taxes and thinking about that stuff. But with NIL and obviously everything that comes with, I'm really kind of in a different position. And so thinking about paying my taxes is not something that I maybe thought I'd have to do beforehand. But now that I'm in this position, I've really had to be smart and strategic about that. And TurboTax is their done-for-you tax prep solution really makes filing taxes a lot easier and more stress-free. And that's something that's really important for me just because I'm traveling, we're obviously really busy, and I have to stay on top of all that. But the TurboTax experts, they really help people like me out, and I'm just really grateful for them.
I love that. Before I let you go, Kiki, just to get a little personal here, I've got an 11-year-old daughter. She's a baller. Okay. She's a point guard. She's got game. She's made her all-star team here locally. She plays 2-3 times a week in various leagues. My wife Susie is co-hosting a show called Women's Sports Now that we're going to invite you on here on the Roku channel. It starts in a couple of Thursdays. And my wife Susie took my daughter Taylor to Pauley Pavilion that night. She was in the crowd, and just it was awesome. What advice would you have for an 11-year-old girl who's into basketball and is basically starting off what I hope to be an illustrious career like yours, Kiki?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would tell your daughter and any other young girls in similar positions to have fun with it. I mean, once you get to a certain point, and your basketball career becomes really competitive, it becomes tough, but just have fun as long as you can. I think when you have that joy, the commitments, and maybe the birthday parties or the hangouts with a friend that you might have to miss over the course of kind of when you grow up, they'll all become worth it just because you're having fun, you're enjoying the sport, you're competing and playing hard.
And make your free throws, right?
Exactly, and make your free throws, an important one.
Kiki, thanks for the time. Good luck in the tournament. Let's chat down the line.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Appreciate
That's
it.
Kiki Rice here from UCLA, courtesy of TurboTax. It's officially tax season. Hand off your taxes to a TurboTax full-service expert today. They do your taxes. You enjoy the tournament. Now, this is taxes. So, neat stuff right there. By the way, the bracketologists in the women's side putting USC and UCLA on the same side. So they would face in the Final Four, not the final game. Interesting 2 cents there. Jay Billis on the men's bracket coming up in hour number 2 on the Rich Eisen Show.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
We've all got a thing. Yeah, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather-appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
Do you have a special needs child or an older adult in your home? The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying. But you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security.
Alarm on.
Our child has autism.
He doesn't usually elope, but one day he did, and it was the most terrifying moment of our lives.
If I didn't have a home security system, I would have realized way too late he's gone.
Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Smart locks, lights, cameras, and more makes Vivint Home Security the smartest way to protect your family and prevent a tragedy. Vivint is the #1 smart home service provider in the U.S. Protection is just a phone call away. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
What do you call charging thousands of dollars for hearing aids? At MD Hearing, we call it outrageous, because hearing should not be a privilege for the rich. It's a basic need everyone deserves. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandra Porps, head of audiology at MD Hearing. If you or a loved one have trouble hearing but don't want to waste thousands for a hearing aid, MD Hearing was created for you by doctors and audiologists. A high-quality, FDA-registered hearing aid for a fraction of the price. No costly doctor visits, no expensive and time-consuming fittings, no bulky, old-fashioned hearing aids that cost thousands. The MD Hearing Neo is just $297 per pair. It's rechargeable and fits discreetly in your ear. Even better, it lets you hear what you've been missing at a savings of more than 90% off the average price of a traditional hearing aid.
Try MD Hearing risk-free for 45 days by calling 800-918-3920. Plus, you'll get free shipping. Call now, 800-918-3920. That's 800-918-3920.
This is The Bet, WEEI, 850 AM, Boston. Part of the Bet MGM Network. An Odyssey sports station and Boston's home for wagertainment.
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Rafael Devers is not human.
Getting you ready for the 2025 season. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Tom Caron and Rob Bradford.
Welcome, everybody, to JetBlue Park. I'm Rob Bradford alongside Nesson's Tom Caron for another beautiful day of baseball with the wind blowing straight out the right field. Tanner Houck's on the mound for the Red Sox as we approach the final week of baseball here in Fort Myers. Cuts are coming, decisions are being made, and the lineup the Red Sox are rolling out today, will it be the opening day lineup? It could be. A lot of regulars in there with still some uncertainty when it comes to a few positions at least. But it's definitely a game everyone should be paying attention to against the Orioles. Red Sox versus Baltimore. Be back with the lineups on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. If you've ever had water in your basement, it's likely to happen again. So stop the madness and call 1-800-BUSY-DOG. Our patented waterproofing systems keep moisture out of your basement, giving you more living space and increasing the value of your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
Hey, it's Dan Ambleman from Phantom Gourmet. If you're anything like me, you know the feeling. As soon as you click yes on a subscription, you feel trapped. That's why Awaken 180 was such a relief. There's no subscription, no auto payments, no sneaky fine print. You pay as you go, losing weight while you go. After dropping 6 pounds my first week, I realized the proof was in the results. The weekly results on the scale and the weekly results I would feel. 12 pounds down after 2 weeks, and I was sleeping better. 18 pounds down after 3 weeks, and my skin was clearer. Every week I lost weight, and every week I would gain in life. I reached my goal thanks to Awaken 180, 50 pounds by the time I turned 50, and haven't looked back. Instead, I look forward. Each month I can see my awesome coaches at the Newton location, and for free. No subscriptions, no automatic withdrawals, no fine print. Results and free support for life are what I found with Awaken 180, and you will too. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's almost spring, and that means we'll be honoring this year's group of Chick-fil-A community heroes. If you know somebody in your community that goes above and beyond, it's time to nominate them. Go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes to nominate somebody in your town or your city.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to JetBlue Park. Happy St. Patrick's Day. A sea of green here for the Red Sox taking on the Orioles, as we said. heading into the last few days of spring training. Absolutely beautiful. Today on the cooler side a little bit. Wind's blowing out to right field, but that's okay. Sun is out, not a cloud in the sky, and like we said, a lot of celebration thanks to the people in green. All right, well, speaking of celebrations, we always celebrate the lineup. Let me give you the starting lineup for the Orioles and the Red Sox. Livan Soto is playing shortstop. Samuel Basallo, he's at first base for the Orioles. Gary Sanchez, friend Gary Sanchez, get back in the box, Gary Sanchez. He's catching. Kobe Mayo, one of the top prospects for the Orioles. He's at third base. Daz Cameron, son of Mike Cameron, in right field. Camille Manchin is in at DH. Luis Vasquez at second base. Dylan Beavers, he's in left field. And the fast it could be, Enrique Bradfield Jr., high school teammate of Tristan Casas, he's in center field with Rosny Contreras on the mound for the O's. For the Red Sox, a lineup you're going to want to remember because it could be a lineup you see once again in a few weeks. Jared Duran, he's in left field. Rafael Devers in DH. Alex Bregman at third base. The aforementioned Casas, he's at first base. Trevor Story, the shortstop. William Abreu, congratulations to him and his wife. The birth of twins just yesterday. He's in right field. Connor Wong's catching. Christian Campbell back at second base. Cedon Rafaela gets a nod in center field today. And Tanner Houck, who is running or jogging to the mound to take his place for warm-up tosses. He is getting this start. As we head into the first pitch, let me give you the great, the fantastic, the one and only, the guy you may know from such educational films as Baseball and Nesson and WEI, Tom Karen.
Keep going. We got plenty of time.
Well, that's what exactly.
Tanner Houck's not ready yet. Feel free to keep talking.
I ran out of Simpsons references.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And already coming in hot with the green today, a little bit. You got a little green there, Rob. I appreciate that.
Aqua is sort of a cousin of green.
Kind of a Florida green.
Yeah.
I'm representing, the bright green polo shirt here.
I think you, of all media members, you actually won the award.
Well, when you're married to Kelly O'Malley, you are not leaving the house without wearing green, okay? And by the way, the first Ryan Brazier reference came far sooner than I expected with the get in the box. Gary Sanchez, the cleaned up version of the actual quote.
It's a family show.
It's a family version of the show. Tanner Houck on the mound as we are ready to go. Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. The final week of Florida baseball begins today. 1 week from today, the Red Sox will be in Monterrey, Mexico, getting ready for the first of two exhibition games. 1 week from Thursday, it is opening day for the Red Sox in Arlington. Garrett Crochet going to be on the mound against Nathan Eovaldi in the opener in Texas. But today it's Tanner Houck on the mound for the Red Sox, ready to go against the Baltimore Orioles with Livan Soto, the shortstop, ready to lead off. Sunny afternoon, as Rob said, we're underway. Ball one. Sinker missing outside.
So many memories of St. Patrick's Day games.
And Soto swinging, diving stab as a great play at second base by Christian Campbell for the first out of the inning.
TC, you were there when Alice Cora was talking about this before the game today, where he said, listen, I've only seen him field about 5 ground balls all spring, Well, there's number 6, and it was a pretty good one to field.
Took about 4 steps to his right, full diving extension, got the ball, got up, and got the throw from his knee in plenty of time, and one down here in the first. That'll bring up Samuel Basallo. Basallo takes a look at a slider outside. It's ball one. Orioles not bringing a lot of their major leaguers, but they are bringing a lot of their best prospects, including Basallo, who's the number 1 prospect in the Orioles organization, the top catching prospect in all of baseball, though he's at first base today. Split his time there. 2-1 the count as he takes the ball. Last year, started the season in Double-A Bowie, and then was promoted to Triple-A Norfolk in late August. Swing and miss here as he goes after the sinker. It's 2-2.
And TC, what I liked about that Campbell play, also after he executed, he got up and pumped his fist. I mean, you could tell how much that meant to him.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a strikeout of Basallo, chasing the slider at 84 miles an hour, and there's 2 quick outs for Houck.
Yeah, last time out, Houck had that one bad inning. Other than that, I thought he settled in pretty well. But we also know how important it is. These sort of starts, much like it was with Crochet, you get closer, second to last start, you want to be nails.
That'll bring up Gary Sanchez. First pitch, a check swing, back to Houck. He flips the first and a very quick 1-2-3 first for Tanner Houck. We head to the bottom half of the inning here on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Get St. Patrick's savings today at Shaw's and Star Market. Signature Select corned beef point cut is just $1.27 a pound, and green cabbage is 17 cents a pound when you use a digital coupon. Both limit 2 while supplies last. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back to JetBlue Park Fenway South here in Fort Myers, Florida. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. The Green Monster didn't need to change colors today. Celebrate this big day, and we are underway. Jarren Duran taking strike one from Roansy Contreras. The 25-year-old has been bouncing around, at least on paper, with multiple organizations. Faced the Red Sox last week in a spring training game, hit 97 miles an hour. It's fouled back here by Duran. Abraham Toro and Nathan Hickey each taking him deep. As recently as 2022, he was ranked as the 5th best prospect in the Pittsburgh organization. As he misses outside here, it's 1-2, but he has had himself an offseason. He was DFA'd to make room for Paul Skeens. You understand that, when Pittsburgh had to find a space on the roster for Skeens. Picked up by the Angels. Duran tries to hold up, and he does on the check swing. It's 2-2. After 37 appearances with the Angels, he was put on waivers. Texas claimed him October 31st, then put on waivers, claimed in December by Cincinnati, put on waivers, claimed by Baltimore in January. The Yankees got him back on waivers later in January, and then the Orioles got him back February 7th.
You know what that's called? It's called a Caleb Ward.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, he's a guy that a lot of teams are interested in, but he's a guy at the end of the day that's hovering on your 40th spot on that roster. Misses outside here, and it's a leadoff walk for Jarren Duran.
And now we get a chance to see Rafael Devers for the second time. He took yesterday off after obviously playing the game the other day, and it was also revealed by Alex Cora, TC, that he will not be going to Mexico, which he's going to join Trevor Story and some others and not making that trip.
Yeah, Alex Cora talking about that with us before the day. Fouled straight back. Because he's not sure of the caliber of the pitching they will see there. He said their guess is it's probably AA to AAA level in the Mexican League. And just a couple of days before the start of the season, especially someone like Devers who's missed a lot of time, you want him seeing the best caliber pitching you can get. Not sure what the plans are for him here. Big swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, I haven't asked anybody, but along with the backfield games that he probably will play in, which you can see some AAA pitching there, but they would lean so much on the traject machine, right?
Right. Which probably is also not making the trip to Mexico.
No, I don't think so.
The 0-2 pitch. Outside, it's 1-2, and you'd probably be leaving some of your major league pitchers here. You could have some live BP sessions. You would think the guys who would be on the back end of that rotation might stay here for one more appearance. We know Garrett Crochet will be the opening day starter.
Well, one of those guys, I would imagine.
Missing inside. I got to call the pitch here, Rob. This is radio.
Do you?
It's not television. They can't see it.
We'll get to the pitch in 5 minutes from now. But Lucas Giolito is a guy who I could see him pitching against Devers because he'll be ready to go, but not quite stretched out. Bayo.
Throw back to first. Duran back in there.
You are expertly describing these pitches, though. You're very good at this.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You have a future.
Do I? I have a past. I don't know if I have a future. 2-2. Devers thought about it. Now he goes as it's boxed down in the dirt, and he gets in there ahead of the throw. So he started, hesitated. Sanchez had trouble with the ball, and he took off. We'll see how they scored, but Duran is in at second base. Yeah, the idea was that we thought Devers was going to take 5 or 6 at-bats yesterday, plate appearances on the backfield, but as you said, he wound up taking it off. Back in there today. Against Contreras. 3-2 pitch. Drives it to the opposite field, and that'll be off the wall. So Rafi Devers going opposite field and now turning it on, trying to beat it out, and he slides in safely. An RBI double for Rafael Devers and a 1-0 lead for the Red Sox.
Well, that must feel good for him. Obviously, in that inter-squad scrimmage the other day, he rifled one off the center field wall, above the center field wall. It was an absolute shot. Well, that wasn't quite as high, but TC, that dented the wall. That had the reminder of the backspin that he puts behind these opposite field line drives. Awesome.
So Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. Alex Bregman steps up to the plate, takes the ball outside. Fastball 97 miles an hour from Contreras.
And by the way, motors to second, which is always good. Good to see. No hesitation in taking the extra base.
The 1-0 from Contreras fouled back.
But no, we were always looking for the next celebration when you get to the base. What was that last year with
the monster, the river
thing?
monster?
Yeah. There was none forthcoming from Devers. We're gonna have to wait.
It's spring training.
You test some things out,
yeah.
Right?
1-1. Tried to hold up, but he couldn't. It's 1-2. Maybe like an applying of the sunscreen for spring training.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Or what's the thing you hold under your chin, like the mirror, to try to, you get a hold of?
Now you're dating yourself.
Yeah, that's frowned upon now that we have learned so much about the sun's effect on your skin. 1-2. Back to the pitcher off the glove of Contreras. He'll be fielded by the second baseman, Vasquez, who'll get Bregman. Devers had to get back to second. 1 out here in the first.
I think you're to say is the applying of sun into your hair. Or lemon juice.
Or the laying in the suntan booth that you want to get the pre-tan.
The ideas are popping. I like it.
I just like the sunscreen. I think applying the sunscreen, I think that's a good celebration. Have you, and here's strike one, by the way. As I say, you got to talk about the pitches. There's Tristan Casas at the plate. Have you asked anybody about the home run celebration this year? That's becoming an organic thing. You had the shopping cart for a while. You had the Yoshida dumbbells 2 years ago. The marathon medal last year. Here's a base hit to the opposite field for Casas. Devers had to hold up the ball in front of him. He'll stop at third. Second hit of the inning for the Red Sox. Men on the corners now for Trevor Story.
This is a nice job by Casas. We've seen him go the other way a couple different times now against Sale the other day and right there going with the pitch. But to answer your question, no, they have, we talk about the improvement of the roster and the results. They need to find an improvement over the last couple of years with the home run celebration.
You didn't like the marathon medal?
It was an upgrade over the dumbbells. The dumbbells. Once they started doing it, once they started doing it, they probably realized that there's no way out of this.
First pitch swinging. Story fouls it off to the right side. Trevor Story's had himself a spring training so far, hitting .433 with a couple of homers and 7 runs batted in. 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI yesterday. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled off to the right side. Basayo tried to get there, but it was out of his reach. 0-2.
I think that you look at the Trident in Seattle. Yeah. That's a good one. The Jackets for Toronto.
Are there a couple with Jackets?
Yeah.
Is it just Toronto, or I feel there's a couple others that had the Jacket? Who had the Viking hat for a while? The horns. Was that part of the Trident?
I think it was part of the Trident, yeah.
They had a two-part? Can you do
time.
that? 0-2. Tried to drop in the curveball, just misses. 1-2 the count.
They have a hard time hitting, but they're very good at home run celebrations.
Yeah, they really should have strikeout celebrations for the pitchers because it's such a good pitching staff.
But the car was great,
Swing and a miss, strike 3 from Story. So Roranzi gets his first strikeout of the day, and there's 2 outs now with men on the corners for the new dad of twins, Wilyer Abreu. Noah and Noe?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Alex Cora, when asked if there's any advice, he probably said it too late, where it was, don't name your kids so close together.
Takes a strike on the outside, curveball drops in.
It becomes very complicated if they sound the same.
Well, because Alex Cora is the father of Xander and Isander, and those sound very similar. It's the 0-1 pitch down to the dirt.
How do you think Alex Cora's twins felt today after they've clearly heard the press conference and realized that their father regretted the naming of them?
But you can't just change it.
No,
you can't just go back and...
Yeah, much like the home run celebration with
right.
Yoshida.
Yeah.
You're down the road. You can't
you're
turn
too
back.
far down with the dumbbells. Runner goes, fouled back. So they had Casas going, and Devers sort of thinking about it on the delay. Abreu took a good cut at it, fouled it back up above us.
Well, if we see that combination in regular season, I think we will all be surprised of any movement between the two.
Try some things out in spring training. This time they hold still. The curveball down in the dirt. It's 2-2.
Now, if Abreu gets on, he obviously has to do the rocking of the twins,
You'd
right?
think, right? Both hands?
Yeah, you have to do 2. Yeah.
Right? Or like burping them both. 2-2 pitch. Tried to hold up. He did not, says third base umpire Clint Vondrak. So that's strike 3. Red Sox get 1. They strand 2, and we head to the second. 1-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing? Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good to go.
Hey, Lou Maloney here. I'm right in the middle of spring training down here in Fort Myers, and man, I am putting my healed elbow to the test. Thanks to Ortho Laser New England, I was able to play catch with my kid, fully work out, and even play some golf. And through all that, zero pain. Before Ortho Laser, lifting a glass of water was a chore. Now I'm playing catch with my kid without a wince. I get it. Most of you don't need to toss BP, but you still walk, carry groceries, get out of bed. Well, with joint pain, it's always there. It doesn't have to be. Do what I did and choose Ortho Laser New England. Alleviate tendonitis pain, stabilize arthritic joints, all without needles or surgeries. The FDA-approved robotic laser can help your body heal the joint, sprains, strains, and even post-op recovery. If you have joint pain, reserve your free consultation at any of their Massachusetts or New Hampshire location. Visit ortholaserne.com. That's ortholaser with a Z-N-E.com.
Looking for a great value for lunch? Visit the 99 Restaurant for their new Daytime Deals menu, available Monday through Saturday until 5 p.m. Try the Vermont Cheddar Chicken Sandwich, flatbread combos, and 6 new hearty sandwiches. You gotta love the 9s.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Top of the second inning here at JetBlue Park. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead. Tanner Houck back out. He's facing Kobe Mayo, number 2 prospect in the Orioles organization, missing inside with a 94-mile-an-hour sinker. Gets the called strike here on the slider. An 8-pitch first inning for Tanner Houck.
A huge difference from his last first inning.
1-1. Ground ball up the middle. Campbell over with it. Backhand, the throw in the dirt, but it bounces up in plenty of time for Casas to make the play. So that's 2 plays now.
It really is fun watching Campbell, the enthusiasm of a young man, where every time he makes a play, he's fist pumping right there. He sort of raises his arm. I love it. You know, you're reminded of, it's all right to be excited about making good plays.
That time he kind of gave it the wanted to make the throw again motion.
Yeah,
like, I'd like to do that. Oh, but he caught it. So now I'll give it a fist bump. Ball on the outside here on the slider as we get a look at Daz Cameron, son of Mike Cameron. Rips that one to short. Story. That's a 2-bouncer, and this time Casas can't make the pick. And Cameron will be aboard.
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
That'll be an error on Trevor Story.
Daz Cameron, of course, son of Mike Cameron.
That's why I just said that. Thanks for listening.
Make sure that everybody understands.
That's a good point.
And this is where I also say for the 50th time that Mike Cameron gave me free shoes.
I knew we were getting to that. That's why I was trying to get us off that story before I went too far. That'll bring up Vimael Machine. They've been excited about him in camp. The Machine. Spent last year in the Mexican leagues. 85 games, hit .401. It's 2-0 to Machine. He played, again, those 85 games slashed. 401 batting average, 495 on base percentage, and 579 slugging percentage.
What a name, too.
The Machine. He's having himself a great camp here with the Orioles. Big swing and a miss there. Hitting .412 this spring training with a homer and 8 runs batted in.
We've had some great names in spring training.
Many of which I can't pronounce.
Well, that's why we give them nicknames.
Will Middlebrooks and I have noticed that there's a lot of these minor league call-up guys that you just can't pronounce. That's a strike on the outside corner.
Big number 97.
Yeah. The other night we had 76 pitching to a number 76 at the plate. Something you don't see very often. Two pitch from Houck. Driven just out of the reach of Trevor Story. Line drive out into the left center field gap, and it's a base hit. So now there's 2 aboard with 1 out in the second.
That's one of those frustrating ones as a pitcher because Story's really shaded up the middle, and it goes about 10 feet to his right, normally where he'd be standing.
So the Machine is aboard. And Luis Vasquez will be next. Vasquez, the second baseman, traded from the Cubs to Baltimore in January. Takes a strike, 95-mile-an-hour sinker from Tanner Houck.
Well, second base seems to be taken care of for a while now with Jackson Holliday obviously there. Gunnar Henderson, they think he might be ready for opening day, but he's been hurt all spring pretty much.
The intercostal. And it's a base hit to right field. As Vasquez goes opposite field, that'll bring in a run. An RBI single, back-to-back hits, and the Orioles tie it up here in the second.
Not that hard hit, but just well placed going the opposite way against Tanner Houck, which is sort of what happened, TC, in that bad inning he had last time out. Wasn't hit hard, but gave up a lot of hits and then couldn't find his command at all.
Well, that's a good approach against a guy like Houck, who's going to throw sliders. If you can go opposite field, just get the ball out and play. And you've seen it from Machine, the right-handed hitter going left field. Vasquez, right-handed hitter going right field. Sorry, Machine, the left-handed hitter going to left field. Dylan Beavers now at the plate, the left fielder. First-round pick in 2022 out of Cal Berkeley. Takes a strike.
You're right. They didn't bring the marquee guys, but they brought some first-round picks. They brought some good young players.
And Gary Sanchez.
And get in the box, Gary Sanchez.
The 0-1 pitch just outside.
One of the underrated moments of that playoff run, don't you think?
Yeah, like you feel had they won the World Series, that would have lived in infamy. You know, like that would have been the T-shirt, that would have been the rallying cry. Missing outside, Houck now 2-1.
Be doing books with Ryan Brazier.
You're doing, getting in the box isn't boring would be your entire.
Hold on, let me write that down.
2-1 pitch to Beavers, fouls it off on the right side. 2-2.
Everyone in baseball, though, is talking about the Orioles not doing as much as they needed to do, right? This is sort of the mystery. Everybody thought when David Rubenstein took over as the owner, they traded for Corbin Burns, that everyone thought, here come the extensions, here comes all the moves. And this offseason has been kind of a sad trombone for them.
2-2 pitch from Houck as the runner goes to second. The throw from Wong in time. Good, strong throw from Connor Wong. He'll get Vasquez. There are 2 down now in the second.
Man, mark that down as an important development right there. Connor Wong, really, really good stuff. But you go back to the Orioles, you're just waiting for them to trade for that big-name pitcher.
First pitch swinging. Bradfield Jr. will drop this into center field for a base hit. So Enrique Bradfield Jr. Or no, that was still Beavers, beg your pardon, on the stolen base throw out. So Beavers got to continue his at-bat, and he gets the base hit. It's spring training for everybody. RBI single for Beavers. But that will bring up Bradfield Jr.
Yeah, we get to see Bradfield Jr. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Before the game, Tristan Casas, who was a high school teammate, said that right now, this kid is the best outfielder in all of baseball. And he did say, with all due respect to Ceddanne Rafaela. It's like
Jaron Duran in the area at the moment?
He did say, with all due respect to Ceddanne Rafaela.
Bradfield Jr., the first-round pick for the Orioles in 2017 now, going back out of Vanderbilt. Third year in the organization, number 3 pick of the draft.
And Tristan also, he made the point of where Enrique, he really doesn't have that power profile, which everyone loves. But a guy like Chandler Simpson's coming up, same deal. Speed plays.
Takes the ball, it's 1-1.
That was a good high school team, American Heritage. Mark Vientos I saw on that team.
Misspoke there. He's the 17th pick overall. First round pick. As we said, it's his 3rd year. Strike called there with the slider. Last year started in high A, moved up to double A. 74 stolen bases, second most in all of minor league baseball last year. Won a minor league gold glove. Fouls it off here.
And it's a point well taken by Tristan about Chandler Simpson. We've been talking a lot about him. We talked about him the other night. Tampa Bay prospect who stole 104 bases. Is that a guys like this can probably find a spot on the team as long as they make enough contact.
It's the 1-2. Misses up high. Snap throw back to first. Diving back in as Beavers.
And I do think one of the differences between Enrique Bradfield Jr. and Chandler Simpson, Chandler Simpson was a second baseman who's trying to be an outfielder. This kid, as we noted, is evidently the best outfielder in all of baseball, according to Tristan.
Say some. 2-2 the pitch. That's the second base. Caught in the air by Christian Campbell, who's busy defensively, and he's up for the task. 2 runs off Tanner Houck. It's 2-1 lead after an inning and a half on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats
Town Fair Tire. Hey, Red Sox Nation, imagine replacing your roof once and never worrying about it again. With Interlock Metal Roofing, you get the last roof you'll ever need. Durable, beautiful, and backed by a lifetime warranty. For over 25 years, homeowners across New England have trusted Interlock to protect their homes. Make the switch today. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com or call 866-733-5811 for a free quote. One roof, one call for life. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Back here for the bottom of the second. Orioles leading 2-1 now as Connor Wong steps up to the plate to take Call's strike. Fastball from Contreras at 96 miles an hour. Wong hit a home run yesterday. Swings and misses here. It's 0-2.
Hey, how about the fact that baseball officially starts tomorrow morning?
6 a.m. the season gets underway. Dodgers against Cubs in Tokyo. 0-2 pitch is fouled back. We were talking about that earlier today. The Red Sox trip back in 2008. I was talking to Jason Veritek about his memories of that trip. He told me, they went out there and played 2 exhibition games, just like the Dodgers and Cubs did, before the real games. As Contreras delivers the 0-2 and it's fouled off. And Veritek said he played in the first exhibition game, and then second exhibition game he didn't play. He was in the dugout, fell sound asleep. Like the jet lag just caught. He said never happened at any point in his life. It's like driving late at night, just couldn't keep your eyes open. 0-2 pitch, grounded off foul. You were on that trip.
Oh, I was sure it was. There was a lot going on. I remember Manny Ramirez. It might have been that game. Manny Ramirez won the MVP of the game, and they gave him a color copier.
That's handy.
Sure. Much like getting the Traject machine in Mexico.
Yes.
Getting the color copier back.
Not that easy?
No, not that easy.
I don't know that I'm supposed to tell this story, but I think he's told it, so we'll do it. Here's the 0-2 from Contreras. Off speed, curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Wong goes down swinging. Lenny DiNardo is a guitar aficionado. He was on that trip, and he collects guitars. And he brought back a guitar that apparently had like some tortoise shell, some special tortoise shell in the body of the guitar. It was a beautiful guitar that he bought and brought back with him as Christian Campbell takes ball 1. Apparently it was a substance that you can't bring into the U.S. So in Oakland, because they played the last 2 games of that series in Oakland after, right? The 1-0 pitch. And Lenny was with Oakland, I guess, at that point, right? That's why he would have been playing.
Yeah.
Right? He would have been in Oakland,
was
07.
Yep.
The feds came in and seized his guitar in Oakland. 1-1. Campbell drives that one off the green monster. Wheeling around first base, heading into second. Here's the throw. He tries to reach around, and he does. And he claps, pumps his fist, and slides in with a double. Christian Campbell is having himself an afternoon here at JetBlue Park.
Yeah, we're not even through 2 innings, and this is a Christian Campbell game already, isn't it? I mean, the fact that he's made a couple really good defensive plays. On the day Alex Cora had bemoaned that he hadn't gotten enough chances. Well, he's getting his chances, and now you see him turn on a curveball, line it into left field. I mean, TC, it's hard to ignore how far this kid has come in camp so far.
Hard to ignore what he's doing today, no doubt about that. Ceddanne Rafaela goes chasing after the slider, swings and missed strike one.
But that whole trip, and every time any one of these teams go to Japan, you think about that Red Sox, and they've tweaked it a little bit, I think, to make it a little bit more palatable.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, outside 1-1.
Because as Jason Veritek pointed out, it wasn't that palatable in terms of sleep. I remember David Ortiz falling asleep in the workout at Dodger Stadium in the dugout.
The 1-1. Outside, it's 2-1. Veritek said it was almost vertigo when you got back. Like, he said he was having trouble sort of focusing on some pitches when they had those exhibition games at RFK. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
I mean, I just remember they ended up, so they come back, they have the Coliseum games, which was bizarre in itself.
Yeah, the Coliseum. I said RFK.
Yeah, Coliseum game. And then they go up
the big netting up, it was like 200
feet to left field.
Would have had to change the name of my podcast as he misses upstairs. It's 3-2. Would have been 250 to left.
195 to left.
195 to the net.
But then you go up to Oakland. You play some real games up there. Then you go to Toronto, and I've never seen a deader team ever than I saw in Toronto.
Anybody I've ever spoken with, the 3-2 pitch is fouled off, who was on that team, says it was Toronto where it hit him.
Oh, you could see it.
It was chasing you. It finally caught you in Toronto.
You could see it. And by that point, the governors were off in terms of verbalizing it. Papelbon was going through the clubhouse like, this is ridiculous.
3-2 pitch. Inside, so Rafaela will draw a walk, and there are two aboard with one down in the second.
As for the game itself, I mean, you have the trip, and then you have after the trip. But in terms of the trip, I just saw the MLB Network, Sean Casey was on, and they had a surprise call-in, and it was Brendan Moss. Because remember, Brendan Moss won the game after Sean Casey had the bad neck because they had a neck pillow on the flight over to Japan.
Two aboard here in the second inning. One out. Jarren Duran up. He's 0-for-1 with a walk. Drew a walk in the first inning. Ultimately scored on the Devers double.
And also, in regards to that trip, I'm anxious to get your perspective because I don't know where you were, but the last day of spring training when we went to Japan, about the chaos that day.
Well, that was where the thing was held up. There was some talk that they wouldn't go. I believe it was over the assistant coaches getting paid or not for the trip.
They were all supposed to get $40,000 extra. And, I mean, you're talking about, bullpen catchers, so didn't even make that in a year. And so that was promised. They were not paying them. They're not agreeing to pay them. So there was a game on, I think it was on ESPN that day.
It was.
And they were threatening to boycott that game and also going on the trip.
I believe the game started late.
It did.
2-0 the count here to Duran. Takes a called strike, fastball at 96. Remember I think ESPN was just covering it, and they kept going back to studio because they were trying to, is this game going to start? And the negotiations were continuing.
Yeah. Mike Lowell kept walking across the field to negotiate with the Blue Jays.
2-1 as it's grounded off to the right side. Ultimately, they got the deal done. They flew over the North Pole, I believe is how you went.
They did, yes. Sat next 17 hours of Doug Lane doing magic tricks.
Does he have that many tricks?
Oh, okay. What? Don't tease him like
don't
that.
Challenge him?
Don't challenge him.
Contreras delivers the 2-2. It's fouled off. Good at bat here for Jarren Duran.
But it was interesting hearing Cora talk about the trip to Mexico, because anytime they go anywhere, we sort of, okay, is this a good thing or a bad thing? There's problems with them all, and we understand why they do them. But one of the things he said today, as you pointed out earlier, was the level of pitching they're going to face, or competition.
2-2. Missing inside. Duran works the count full. And that's, we had the all due respect to Ceddanne Rafaela. We had the all due respect to Les Sultanes de Monterrey. He goes, I'm not sure what the level of competition is going to be.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't get another team there if you're going to do that. But
3-2, fouled off on the right side. Part of it is geography for the Red Sox, right? They're going to Texas,
Right.
so it's a fairly easy flight. I think it's maybe 2.5 hours from here to Monterey, then just an hour and a half from Monterey up to Texas. They'll get in Tuesday night after the second game, have a day off, and the regular season begins next Thursday afternoon, 1 week from Thursday. 4-game series in Texas, 3 in Baltimore against these Orioles. Well, probably not these Orioles. Probably a lot of the Orioles who aren't here today. And that'll be their opening day. So you're going to get the opening day in Texas, the Camden Yards home opener on that Monday, and then the Red Sox home opener at Fenway on Friday the 4th. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Contreras got him, chasing the curveball at 77 miles an hour. 2 outs now in the second.
Jared Duran walking off, simulating bashing the bat over his knee.
And we will have a meeting on the mound. And it looks like Contreras will come out of the game. Again, it's spring training. That might not mean for good. He might come back next inning. We'll see if they're doing that or not. But either way, we have a pitching change at the moment. And we'll take a break on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
And welcome back to JetBlue Park. Second inning, Red Sox trailing 2-1. They've got 2 on, 2 outs, and the traditional pitching change to bagpipe music going on this St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, this is not every day you get the bagpipes broken out the ballpark. Save your ticket stubs.
Joe Glassy will never forget this day. He comes in the game, the 23-year-old out of the University of Illinois. The Orioles brought 9 pitchers with them from Sarasota for this game. One of them on the Major League roster, and he's out of the game.
Well, it's a day that these youngsters will never forget. I know that St. Patrick's Day, there's one spring training game which I will never forget, and that was the Grady Sizemore game.
Oh, that's right. That was St. Patrick's Day?
That was, sure was.
So Joe Glassy, the righty, comes in to face Rafael Devers, almost hits him on the inside. Then, quickly, Sanchez up throwing. But Campbell gets back in safely to second base.
I mean, to go back to Grady Sizemore, he's trying to make the team. He obviously had all the kinds of health problems. He's trudging through camp, and then out of nowhere, you get the old Grady Sizemore diving all over the place. I think he hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, 2 home runs that day. I do remember that. The 1-0 from Glassy. Fly ball right field off the bat of Devers. Cameron getting under it, and he'll make the catch. That'll end the second inning. We head to the third with the Sox down 2-1 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When it's time to sell your home, you hope your agent knows the market. Timing, pricing, interest rates, neighborhoods, staging, open houses, understanding contracts, completing paperwork, and can actually help guide you on your big move. Don't hope. No. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you've got a partner who will guide you every step of the way, from listing to closing, and everything in between. Weichert. Dream. Move. Home. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra? Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row? You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/31/25.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Heading to the third inning here at JetBlue Park. Tom Karen, Rob Bradford with you. Red Sox down 2-1 as Tanner Houck will face Livan Soto and strike one call. Soto grounded out to second base. Bag in the first inning. Houck missing outside here. It's 1-1.
We've seen Tanner Houck be really, really good in spring training. He's also had some really rough outings, but you know, TC, I look at this outing, he's much better command than the last one. And last one it felt like one of those Tanner Houck spring training outings you just get every once in a while.
Ground ball. Casas diving to his right, flips it sidearm to Houck, who got over quickly. And there's one down here in the third. Here's your chance to make a donation for an exclusive Red Sox Foundation charity bag and a ticket to the game April 5th. Learn more at redsox.com/charitybags. So one down now for Samuel Basallo.
Well, you know it's a big day today, TC, not only because it's St. Patrick's Day, but the LL Bean Bootmobile's here.
That's a big day. Swing and a miss, strike two.
I know the soccer team.
The Hearts of Pine.
Hearts of Pine.
Portland Hearts of Pine. We begin this Thursday, not to hijack your story, but we begin this Thursday.
I'm segueing into you saying this.
U.S. Open Cup game in my hometown of Lewiston, Maine this Thursday. As it's fouled off on the right side.
And you have an LL Bean patch on.
We have LL Bean on the, and see, I can say we.
Yeah.
After all these years of screaming at people, you can't say, you know, as an announcer, you can never say we. I'm part owner. I can say we.
Congratulations.
So we have LL Bean on the sleeve of the Woods and Water kit, as you know, which is the green and blue stripe.
Of course.
Hearts of Pine jersey.
I love it. I'm happy for you in so many ways, including the fact that you can say we.
I've lived my whole life waiting to say we. I'm no longer an outsider as it's fouled back. It's very cool, by the way, that it is in my hometown of Lewiston. Lewiston's a great soccer community, has a big refugee immigrant community. The heavy population of immigrants from West Africa. As Houck misses outside, and soccer is the unifying bond for a lot of those different communities in Lewiston and in different cities. But it's great that there'll be a pro soccer game this Thursday night in Lewiston, Maine. This one driven to center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. So Basallo gets his first hit of the day. He's 1 for 2. That's 4 hits off Houck today.
You know, and I love the photos you had of it. What is it? Is it a kit? You know, it's
a kit. It's very
kit,
good.
Right?
You're coming along.
I'm learning. You're bringing me to the great game of soccer/football.
Soccer isn't boring.
You know, again, TM. But I have enjoyed the photos you have of Red Sox players wearing their kits.
We got some buy-in. This one missing outside. David Ortiz was the first.
You painted that one on him.
He wanted the smaller version to show off how good he looks. Alex Cora was wearing the what we call the Bandit kit, the Hearts kit, as that's called. Strike. Anybody who's spent any time in Portland, if you're a Sea Dogs fan or you've gone up there to watch Sea Dogs game, there's a great tradition in Portland where there's a Valentine's Day Bandit. He actually passed away since, but every Valentine's Day, the people of Portland would wake up, 1-1 pitch missing inside, to hearts that were taped on doors and windows and businesses and houses all over the city of Portland. And that's part of the inspiration of Hearts of Pine. So Alex Cora, who is a massive soccer fan, big Liverpool fan, he and I talk soccer a lot. This is well hit, a base hit for Gary Sanchez. Back-to-back hits now for Basayo and Sanchez. But then the other day, perfect timing, we had gotten a great picture of Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer.
Oh, yeah.
Who spent a lot of time in Portland, and they were pretty fired up. I talked to Anthony about it and gave him a jersey kit. And he was like, this is great, thanks. Didn't seem that excited. And then Marcelo Meyer, where's mine, man? He's a big soccer fan.
Yeah.
Southern California.
Well, now that Roman's excited, Marcelo's excited, Roman will be excited.
Now they're both in, yeah.
They're both all in.
So, yeah, that'll be fun. But the LL Bean boot is here, which is always exciting, as that's a called strike to Mayo.
Yeah, it's not every day I do a podcast in front of a boot.
So you and Julian McWilliams, is that right?
Yeah. We just talked about the great game of baseball.
You didn't talk about LL Bean boots?
We did. We talked about how they...
A one-pitch called strike.
Honestly, one of the things we talked about was how, when parents go watch their kids, and we see the parents out here in the backfield seeing their minor leaguers and kids, the gear that you have to, the sacrifices you have to make, the weather that you have to endure.
It's the 0-2 pitch from Houck. Fouled off by Mayo.
A good LL Bean bucket hat would be great. But, I mean, sincerely, it's you see the parents following. You know about the Major League. We see a lot of the Major League parents and everything below us right now. But in the backfields, these guys are out seeing these kids just with a smile on the face. First time they get to see their youngsters in a professional uniform, much like your footballers.
Much like the kids. This one driven to left field. Duran has to jump up. He makes the catch. Runners retreat, and there's 2 outs now in the third. So we were talking about that the other day, right? Like the dream of so many parents who have kids playing baseball is to someday watch their child be a major leaguer, right? And Matt Shaw of Brimfield, Mass. has been named most likely starting third baseman for the Cubs. Right? He's picked one ahead of Kyle Teal in that draft. As Cameron steps up, ball one inside. So he'll make his major league debut tomorrow in Tokyo, or tonight in Tokyo.
Do we know if the Shaw
I
parents
don't.
are
Chris
going?
and Jim, his parents, who I know well. I don't know. I was going to reach out now that the timing. I got to figure out the time zone there. Strike, but wouldn't you?
It's exactly opposite.
Is it the exact opposite? Yeah. So it's 2 a.m. I probably won't text him.
No,
now.
don't do that.
Text him 6 a.m. when I'm watching the game.
Yeah, well,
tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yep.
1-1 is the count. And that's fouled off. I mean, if you have the means, I would think you would have to get there for your son's major league debut.
Even if you don't have the means.
Even if it's in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have the means. Because now he has the means. Because he's a major leaguer.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have the means, you'd say, hey, Matt.
You find the means, is what you're saying.
So they're probably in Tokyo.
Oh, good for them. That's awesome.
1-2. Ball outside.
But unlike the backfields here at JetBlue Park, they will not have to endure the elements because it is the Tokyo Dome, which I say is one of the worst domes I've ever been in.
A well-established non-fan of the Tokyo Dome. 2-2 pitch. Ball outside. It's 3-2. So after a quick first inning, it's been a couple of innings of battle here for Tanner Houck.
I do want to go real quick about the Hearts of Pine jerseys or kits. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get there.
3-2 pitch as the runners go. This is driven to center field. Rafaela started it in. Now he goes back to the triangle and he makes the catch. Hold that thought, Rob. We'll come back with more. So Houck gets out of the jam. It's 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shaws and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaws and Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaws and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaws and Star Market can save you time and money.
Do your pipes suffer from low D? Low D is when your pipes aren't draining properly and things get stuck, causing a backup. Don't wait to get things flowing again. Go to drainsbyjames.com and get your pipes unclogged and feeling free again. Whether it's drain cleaning, water jetting, camera inspection, or pipe lining repair, Drains by James is available 24/7 at drainsbyjames.com. Low D can be serious if not treated right away. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
It's almost spring, and that means we'll be honoring this year's group of Chick-fil-A community heroes. If you know somebody in your community that goes above and beyond, it's time to nominate them. Go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes to nominate somebody in your town or your city.
March might be a lucky month for you. Try your luck by checking if there's any extra money waiting for you at findmassmoney.gov. Hey everybody, it's Fitzy. Now you could have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, or a refund check that never got to you. It's estimated that 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. My name was on the list. Yours could be too. Just go to findmassmoney.gov today. It only takes 30 seconds to search your name. If you file a claim, make sure you fill out the paperwork so you could become reunited with your lost funds.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And we are back here in Fort Myers. Red Sox coming up in the bottom of the third, down 2-1. Third pitcher of the day for the Orioles, it's Zach Fruit. 6'4", 212-pounder out of Michigan. Coming inside on Alex Bregman. Just got out of the way. Actually didn't.
Yeah,
he was grazed.
Bregman was not happy that he called hit by pitch, I think. He wanted to obviously see some pitches. So I wanted to, real quickly, about the kits that you were handing out. The only regret is that there was one player not here. You know the player who it is.
A current player?
No, Xander
Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts and Nomar were the two biggest soccer fans I've come across. As Casas steps up, takes the ball inside. But Bogey only seemed to wear Messi jerseys. Like he had every version of a Messi jersey. Club, country, home, away, alternate, had them all. 1-0 pitch, 2-0.
But you had mentioned Alex Cora, love of soccer. I remember he would talk a lot. Well, he always loves to reference, players randomly. When we're like, what are you talking about? Who? Pep who? What?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
But he went, obviously, this past offseason, went over there, got the whole experience.
Got to see him play Madrid, I believe, in the Champions League. As it's fouled back. Went up to Liverpool. Brought the kids. Great experience. Go up to Anfield and see a game, sing You'll Never Walk Alone.
Have you ever gone over there?
I have. It is an incredible experience, yeah. Yeah, that is a bucket list item, whether you're a Liverpool fan or not, to be in the crowd when they sing You'll Never Walk Alone as the game is starting. Just incredible. Fouled off here. It's 2-2.
Is there anything comparable in sports in North America or United States?
That's a great question. I mean, the first thing that popped in my head was my old Kentucky home before the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Right? Like, not a team sport, but that kind of tradition and emotion.
I love the Cubs song, "Go Cubs Go."
Do you?
You don't like that?
It's all right.
The fact that we were playing the other night in Tokyo, I thought that was kind of cool.
That was absolutely cool. 2-2, grounded up the middle, and it gets through. The shortstop, Soto, kind of came in, didn't get his body behind it, and reached for it and just popped over the glove. So Casas in safely. Bregman running all the way, goes to third. The Red Sox have something going here in the third.
Yeah, Soto pointing to his forearm where the ball hit off of. I don't know if I would be pointing to that because that shows you how much he missed the ball by. I mean, he charged it, which is, I guess, admirable, but you probably should have stayed back because it was going to take that big hop.
Yeah, he was kind of rushing it a little bit to try to turn the double play. And instead, nobody was retired. He got men on the corners for Trevor Story. 2-1 Orioles here in the third. Pitch is a called strike. Cutter on the outside corner.
The only thing jumps to mind for me and this probably isn't even close, is the WBC stuff from a couple of years ago was nutty.
Right. I would agree with that. 0-1 pitch, fouled off.
I still say, that in WBC, of course, will be next year, which is going to be a whole nother conversation. But I still say that the Trout-Ohtani at-bat, even though it's an exhibition game,
right,
is one of the most memorable at-bats in baseball history.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, not even two of the two biggest names in the sport.
Yeah.
Facing off with a championship on the line. 0-2 pitch from Fruit. High fly ball. Bradfield Jr. getting under it. He'll make the catch. Bregman will tag up and head in, and the game is tied after a sacrifice fly from Trevor Story.
Bregman comes around and reminded me, I had a conversation with him. I've been meaning to ask him about this, about how he had come to be Dustin Pedroia's #1 fan, or one of Dustin Pedroia's #1 fans. And his answer was pretty interesting. He was the bat boy for the New Mexico Lobos as about a 10-year-old, 10 or 12, and they were playing Arizona State, Dustin Pedroia's team.
It'll bring up Willier Abreu. He fouls it back.
And so, according to Bregman, he's this bat boy, and he sees this smaller guy playing. And Arizona State, according to him, was winning by like 15 runs. And Pedroia hits a ground ball, runs down, head first slides, beats it out, fist pumps, and it's like, that's the guy I want to be.
Good role model. Called strike in the outside corner.
And then next thing you know, that same player is calling him, trying to convince him to sign a $40 million a year contract with the Red Sox.
Oh, and 2 the pitch. Misses upstairs. Ball 1.
You've seen different iterations of this Red Sox clubhouse. I'm anxious to get your perspective of the dynamic of Bregman, and have you seen a player have a bigger swing in terms of coming here?
This one coming back to us. Up above the window. Was ready to make a play. Dave O'Brien next door was diving for cover.
Dave comes just for the St. Patrick's Day games, which are usually awesome.
Every year.
Grady Sizemore and Christian Campbell.
Wasn't Nomar injured? Wasn't there a St. Patrick's Day thing one year? Was swinging a miss here. Bregman strikes out for the second out of the inning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Eagles play here. Catch BC football, basketball, baseball, and hockey on WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Tom Karen, Rob Bradford with you. As Connor Wong steps up to the plate. Wong struck out back in the second inning. Game tied 2-2 between the Red Sox and Orioles here in the third. Swings and misses here.
But, when it comes to Bregman coming in, and Justin Turner was sort of the same way, but I don't think as impactful because it's more on the field and off the field.
0-1. Upstairs, it's 1-1. Well, I also think the Bregman arrival impacts Story in a different way.
Bregman in front of Devers' locker with Tristan Casas talking for a half hour about baseball.
Pitch here. Fruit thought he had strike 3. Wong thought he held up. Wong wins the discussion.
I mean, these 3 guys, which, a lot of people say, they're at the heart of a quote-unquote controversy, and they're laughing and talking about baseball for a half an hour in front of this locker.
Big swing and a miss from Wong, so Fruit gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, but the Red Sox get a run, and we head to the 4th inning, tied at 2 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing? Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good to go.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shaw's and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaw's and Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaw's and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaw's and Star Market can save you time and money.
Shop the new Cotty's Furniture and Mattresses outlet for factory fresh deals. Mattresses start at $129, sofas $298 with next day eye delivery. Cotty's Furniture and Mattresses, South Attleboro, Swansea, Wareham, and Seabrook.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox and Orioles tied up at 2 as we head to the fourth inning. Tanner Houck back out for a fourth inning of work. He'll face the machine. Vimael Machine. Takes ball one. Machine with a single. Part of a 2-run second inning for the Orioles. Took a 2-1 lead at the time. Red Sox have tied it up. Sacrifice fly, Trevor Story bringing in a run. Strike called here. The sinker at 90 miles an hour. Machine was originally in the Cubs organization, 2015 to 2019. He was there, and Brandon Hyde was in the organization as a coach. As he swings and misses here, it's 1-2. Hyde liked what he saw, and when they got the chance to sign him to a minor league deal out of the Mexican League, he jumped at it. Drives this one opposite field towards the wall. Duran back on the warning track will make the catch. One down here in the fourth.
Red Sox obviously playing split squad today, playing up in Northport, the other team, and they're playing the Braves, and TC Spencer Strider making his first outing, 2 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, no hits, no runs.
What a return he could be for the Braves. Went through so many injuries last year.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a good team. They get these guys back.
Vasquez swinging on the 1-0 pitch, drives this one towards the Green Monster. It's off the wall, played in center by Rafaela. Quickly up with it, the throw across in plenty of time to get Vasquez at second base. Vasquez slid out of the base path to avoid the tag from Campbell. So it's a single and an out. And there were 2 down in the fourth.
Well, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Cedon Rafaela has a word, or wants a word. Tristan Casas said that he might be second to Enrique. Well, not right there. And you know the thing that impressed me about Cedon? His arm. His arm has been really, really good this spring.
And there are 2 down now for Dylan Beavers. Beavers, the number 6 prospect in the organization. Another one of those first-round picks. Swings and misses. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Cedon is going to be an interesting guy. It just comes down to this, right? Lay off the slider. Lay off the slider. That's all.
And by the way, focus on center field.
Right.
Don't worry about being a shortstop. Don't worry about the middle infield. You might find yourself there from time to time. As Houck misses upstairs with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. But now he can focus on one position where we've been told for 3 years now that he's one of the best they saw in the minor league system. Pitch and strike 3 called. Gets him with the sinker. Freezes him. So 3 up, 3 down with a single in there. And the Red Sox and Orioles head to the bottom of the fourth on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
There's a lot to love about. There's
Subaru of New England, a lot to love event. Love all the trusted 2025 Subaru Outback has to offer, like symmetrical all-wheel drive. Buy with 1.9% financing for up to 48 months, or lease for just $299 per month. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 150 megabit internet for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get up to a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change.
Looking for a great value for lunch? Visit the 99 Restaurant for their new Daytime Deals menu, available Monday through Saturday until 5 p.m. Try the Vermont Cheddar Chicken Sandwich, flatbread combos, and 6 new hearty sandwiches. You gotta love the 9s.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And we welcome you back here, bottom of the 4th in Fort Myers. Red Sox and Orioles tied up at 2 apiece. Christian Campbell going to be leading off the inning. Zach Fruit back out for his second inning of work.
I think they just gave Christian Campbell a violation.
Yeah, was it on him or was it on the pitcher? These are the things we never know. Ball upstairs, 1-1, so... yeah, it was a batter violation. Not in the box at the appropriate time. There's the 1-1 pitch down in the dirt. You know, it's one thing I think we still haven't talked enough about this year is the effect that the pitch timer has had on this game. And I feel like Red Sox fans aren't even really fully aware. As Fruit looks in and delivers the 2-1 upstairs, Campbell pulled back. Because, let's face it, it's been a rough couple of years, so nobody in Boston has been enjoying the new rules. They've been disappointed by lack of winning baseball. I think if you've got a good team, and this looks to be a very good team as Campbell takes a strike, I think you're going to start to realize how fun these games are, the pace at which they are played. Not just the time of the game, but the pace. You no longer have time to do 3 things between pitches. And that's strike 3. Got him with the sinker and froze Christian Campbell for the first out of the inning. Make memories at Fenway with your group. Reward employees, bond with your club, or celebrate with family and friends at a Red Sox game. Visit redsox.com/groups to learn more. Cedar Rafaela drew a walk in the second inning. Made a terrific play in the outfield. He takes strike 1. Zach Fruit throwing strikes.
Well, to go back to the pitch clock, you know, I doing these games, the first time I did a spring training game, it was like you're slapped in the face, like how fast it was.
0-1 pitch grounded, foul.
And even this year, we've had a couple players up, Adam Ottavino, Lucas Giolito, and they both said, wow, this is moving quick. Because, you know, we're telling stories, we're talking, but that's what makes it great.
0-2 pitch, missing outside. What it does is further makes baseball not boring.
Yes, it makes it not only not boring, but urgent. Urgency is the key word.
And there's no doubt the game lacked urgency at times prior to these rule changes. 1-2, that's a ground ball, fair ball, down the left field line. Rafaela thought about going, pulls up halfway. Now he's got to get back in, does. So that's a 1-out single for Cedar Rafaela.
But think about even the spring training conversations when it comes to the pitchers. Remember, we were obsessing over Kenley Jansen. How is he ever going to function with the pitch clock? Even Chris Martin, I remember Chris Martin came out and walked 2 guys in his first outing, and he said it was because I wasn't used to the pitch clock. We never talk about that now. And most importantly, when you get to the postseason, when we thought that this thing was going to impact history, no, nobody even thought about it for 2 seconds.
Here's Jaron Duran with a man on and one out. Fourth inning of a 2-2 game here at JetBlue Park. Yeah, there's no doubt that the game has settled into a very nice flow. The lack of shifting has led to a little more offense. Fruit misses. It's 2-0. Pitch timer moving on. I'm a fan of the man on second base in extra innings. I know that's still probably the most polarizing one for a lot of fans.
No, I love that as well.
Throw back to first, diving back in is Rafaela. And not because it was, you just want to go home. It's not because the game ends quicker. Jerry Remy used to always say the 10th inning was the worst inning in baseball. You had a closer out there throwing gas and guys trying to swing for the fences to end it. So you'd get 3 strikeouts and then move on to the 11th. As that was missed inside, it's 3-0. Now you begin that 10th inning with an instant jolt of strategy. Are you bunting? Are you trying to move the runner along? Are you walking the guy to get the force out? It makes the managers start to get creative in that 10th inning.
It's urgent. I mean, we talked about the 7-inning games.
Runner goes. The 3-0 is ball 4. So 2 men aboard with 1 out of the 4th.
It's listen, I mean, the bigger bases, I don't think anyone's buzzing about the bigger bases.
I haven't heard anyone bemoan the loss of the smaller base since Rich Hill.
Well, I was going to say,
Rich Hill had a personal battle against the increased base size.
When your signature moment for the bigger bases was Rich Hill coming out with a couch cushion, that's it, though. We haven't talked about it since.
That's right. Still proud of the work we did on NESN that spring. Is we went to, I think it is Fine Folk Pizza around the corner here, as Devers takes strike 1. And the large pizza was the old bag, and the extra large pizza was exactly the new bag. It was the perfect representation of the increase.
This is why science and baseball converge. It's so good.
1-0 pitch. Strike called, fastball 96 miles an hour.
It's funny, though, TC, because we've gone from the time of game of that solution to now it's how do you fix the pitching injuries?
Right.
That seems to be baseball's next big step.
1-1 the pitch.
And some suggested
Strike
last
called.
year when we were going through all the injuries and everyone had their theories, I think Kenley was one of them, said the pitch clock is one of the reasons for this.
Nick Pivetta was a big believer of that. That you're making these guys rush through a pitch when they've been taught to load and maximize every pitch they throw. 1-2 pitch is foul back.
And then you have this offseason, the suggestion that baseball might say, hey, listen, we want starting pitchers to go 5 innings or 6 innings. And if you don't go that, you're going to penalize by losing the DH.
Lose the DH. I actually kind of like that one. I think that's interesting. As this one is fly ball to left field. Beavers coming under it, and he makes the catch. 2 down as Devers is retired here in the 4th. Devers 1 for 3, had the RBI double back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable, right? I mean, this is what we're talking about. I don't think it's unreasonable to say this trained these guys to go 5 innings. And if you don't make it, well, all right, you don't make it.
The team suffers a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
And injuries would be notwithstanding, right, if there's an injured reason or whatever it is. Alex Bregman up now with 2 men aboard. Throw back to first base. Hustling back, there's Duran. And then you get into the next wave, right, the strike ball review. The ABS. Have you done a game with ABS yet?
Oh, a ton, yeah.
You've seen them?
A bunch, yeah.
What do you mean a bunch? They haven't played a bunch.
Yeah, well, I have to go. I don't go.
0-1 inside.
I don't know if you know this. I'm path of least resistance radio, so I travel to all parts of Florida. Well, the Twins are one of them. ABS, they have ABS.
Oh, do they? I haven't done a game over there yet.
Yeah, Clearwater had it.
I knew they did
Lakeland
that. Yeah.
had it.
All right. But you've done like 5. I don't know about a bunch. This one's ripped foul down the left field line.
I'm not.
I think Alex Cora said they're only playing 8 games with the ABS this entire spring training.
This isn't a humble brag. It feels like half. I've done a lot of these games. It feels like at least half of them have ABS. And I would say I love it. I really love it.
Does Tampa have it? Tampa has it, right? I mean, the Yankees in Tampa.
George
Steinbrenner Field. I
bet
believe
they do.
ball inside.
Yeah.
It's 2-2. So Will Middlebrooks and I doing the game tomorrow. That'll be my first.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Yeah, I've just missed them all somehow.
You're going to love it. And because you know why? Because number one, it's quick.
Yeah, I've seen it at Worcester. I've seen it in play at the AAA level. I'm anxious to call a game. 2-2 as this one's driven to center field. That'll drop in. Runner sent around. And Alex Bregman has a 2-out RBI single. And the Red Sox take a 3-2 lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, I had one scout tell me yesterday after watching Bregman, he said he's going to have 50 doubles. I know that wasn't a double, but just his swing, everything about his swing. And we've seen this already at JetBlue Park.
Oh, he's worn out that wall.
And they haven't all been torched. I mean, it has just been just enough fly balls, which is, you know what? That's okay. It's just enough fly balls at Fenway Park.
Now that's 10 RBI this spring. Red Sox have retaken the lead here in the fourth inning. Tristan Casas trying to keep it going. Man on the corners. 2 outs, and he fouls it off.
And a couple of observations from the ABS stuff is that, number one, I think for the umpires, it shows you how good they are. Because almost all of these decisions you're talking about, it shows you a half inch or an inch. It's that close. And then the other thing is it's the drama of it, where they pat the head, you see it on the scoreboard, what's going to happen?
Yeah, you've created a moment for fans. 0-1 pitch, grounded to short. Up is Soto. He'll get the lead runner at second base, and that will end the inning. But an RBI single for Bregman gives the Red Sox a 3-2 lead after 4 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing? Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good to go.
Hey, Red Sox Nation, as a homeowner, there's plenty of things that'll distract you over 9 innings. Your roof shouldn't be one of them. Imagine replacing it once and never worrying about it again. That's the power of Interlock Metal Roofing, a trusted leader in the metal roof industry for over 25 years. With a lifetime warranty and expert consultants to help you design a beautiful, durable roof, it's a winning call. One roof, one call for life. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com or call 866-733-5811. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats
Town Fair Tire.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Back here in sunny Fort Myers, Tanner Houck back out for his 5th inning of work. Bradfield Jr. leading off, shows a bunt, pulls it back. It's ball 1. Houck 4 innings, 2 runs, both unearned. Strike called there on the slider. Scattered 6 hits. Hasn't walked a batter yet. Gets Bradfield to swing, and it's 1-2. Chasing the changeup.
You're really going to enjoy the ABS system. It's going to be well worth the 3-hour drive up to Tampa.
3? Are we up to 3 now? How many hours? How long is the drive? Is it?
It depends. I took it 3.5.
It was like 2. Took you 3.5. This one's fouled back up.
I should just shut my mouth.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to find myself.
What are you doing tomorrow?
There.
Join Rob Bradford and Will Middlebrooks tomorrow here at 1 o'clock.
I'll just say this. So Dunedin is, I think, it's just past Tampa.
Yeah, it's saying my map as Bradfield takes the ball outside 2-2. It says it's 2.5 hours right now.
Okay.
So that's probably
Right,
about right.
and it can be 2.5 hours.
You're suggesting it can also
all
not
I'm saying
be.
is that Dunedin just passed it, was 3.5 coming back.
But they coming back is bad because you got traffic. Ball inside, count is full.
Yeah, sorry, you don't have a police escort coming back. Yeah, so
Really?
You might hit traffic.
TV, we usually get the
I
police
know.
escort. I don't know how this works on the radio side.
So true. It's so true.
3-2 pitch from Houck. Gets the outside corner.
Oh,
Strike 3 on the called strike. 1 out here in the 5th inning, and that'll be the 3rd strikeout of the game for Houck.
Yeah, and here comes Alex Cora, and that was just a great way to finish things off for Houck. Those backdoor sliders, I think a pretty good outing for him.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Scattered the 6 hits, 2 unearned runs is the damage, and he'll leave with a 3-2 lead. It's the 5th inning. Here at JetBlue Park on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
And we are back here in Fort Myers. Tanner Houck done for the day, 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both unearned. Didn't walk a batter and struck out 6. A good day for Tanner Houck and a good way to finish his day.
Great way to finish his day. You have that slider working, which really in his bad spring training outings, it's just been he hasn't been able to control that slider, but perfectly executed a couple backdoor sliders to Enrique Bradfield Jr. And so now we see another guy coming in, Weissert, who's battling for a spot and also going to be relying on that slider.
Yeah, Greg Weissert coming in for Weissert. It'll be his 7th appearance of the spring already. He has yet to give up an earned run. In fact, no runs at all, just 1 hit, 1 walk. Over the 7 innings of work he has put in, he's got 8 strikeouts. He's had a really good spring.
Yeah, under the radar, too. We're really trying to figure out who's going to get that last few spots in the bullpen.
Weissert facing Livon Soto. Slider misses, ball 1. What about the golden at-bat rule while we're talking about changes? You a fan of the anybody can take an at-bat anytime they want?
No.
I've yet to find anybody who is.
No. It seems like
there's the 1-0 pitch.
It seems like someone let that slip out without approval.
Sounds like something the Savannah Bananas would do.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, and you know, I'm always wary of not being old man yelling at clouds because usually the new rules are good, right?
Right. 2-0 pitch from Weissert, missing outside the sinker at 94 miles an hour. It's 3-0.
I always tell the story of David Ortiz that year when he showed up to spring training. It was the year that they said you have to leave 1 foot in the batter's box.
I remember that.
And he freaked out, right?
Strike called, fastball 94. Oh, I remember that, sitting down with us at the bench. So, yeah, I'm out here trying to make a living, trying to put my numbers up, and now you're going to rush me?
And then after the year was over,
3-1 pitch missing, so it's a walk from Weissert. Soto aboard with 1 down in the 5th.
After the year was over, he said, you know what? I was wrong. It made me a better hitter because it made me think about the next pitch instead of the last one.
And after his career was over, he was one of the first to say, man, this game is slow when you watch it from upstairs.
Yeah.
Samuel Basayo, the man aboard, 1 down, facing Greg Weissert. Here in the top of the 5th, Red Sox leading 3-2 at JetBlue Park. Sox now 12-8-1 in Grapefruit League play, 11-3-1 in the last 15 games. Basayo tried to hold up, but he couldn't. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, that was, and the reality of that David Ortiz ran to begin spring training is that was the first time he was hearing about it.
Basayo takes a ball outside. It's 2-1. Weissert having a little trouble finding the strike zone here since coming in relief of Tanner Houck, who was terrific today. Throw back to first from Weissert. Soto gets back.
I do think that the one rule, well, when they first started trying to chip away at the time of game, they were a little misguided. One of them was, remember, limiting the walk-up music.
Right. Runner goes. Here's the throw from Wong. And he throws out Soto. Second runner thrown out today by Connor Wong.
Well, not a bad throw. The previous one tested a little bit more, but he had plenty of time in this one and made a really, really nice throw.
That'll be 2-2. Swing and a miss. So Weissert, after the walk, gets out of the inning. Red Sox leading 3-2 here in the middle of the fifth on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Just like our hometown legends of the Diamond, Herb Chambers has been hitting it out of the park for decades with legendary customer service. With over 35 brands and so many locations, Herb Chambers offers the largest inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. You can always count on getting the lowest prices and best value. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Come see for yourself and experience our legendary customer service today. Herb Chambers. We don't sell cars, we help people buy them.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And welcome you back, bottom of the fifth at JetBlue Park. Trevor Story leading off against Zach Fruit. Fruit misses outside, and it's 1-0.
I can give an update from up in Northport, where the Red Sox are taking on the Braves. They're in the bottom of the sixth there. Red Sox leading 2-0.
Story leaping catch from Mayo at third base. A terrific play there. And Story is retired.
Man, Mayo's a big guy, but he still had to go up and get that one.
6'5", 230-pound third baseman doing his best Jumpman impersonation there with the leg spread and the glove up. And that's one down now in the bottom of the fifth.
Red Sox scoring came on a 2 RBI single from Marcel Omar. This is going up in Northport against the Braves.
Boys, he had a good spring training at the plate.
Yeah, 357, 955 OPS right now. But also, TC looks the part, right? We talked about this the other night.
0-2 the count here to Abreu. Calls time. Yeah, it's a matter of when, not if. Christian Campbell certainly giving you a glimpse today of what he's capable of. Roman Anthony Still kind of getting back to himself after missing so much time with the stomach ailment that has gone around. This is a fly ball from Abreu. Shortstop under it, and Soto makes the play for the second out. Cooper Criswell, we're told, is the most recent victim of the illness.
Yeah, he was back today walking through the clubhouse, so that's why we were all running away.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yes, I mean,
have you been able to avoid everything down here? Other than birds attacking our booth?
I haven't been able to avoid a lot of things, but I have been able to avoid illness.
Remember my old belief about spring training. Everything in Florida is trying to kill you. Birds attacking, gators, drivers, everything down here. Be careful.
Convenience store workers.
You had a rough go at it, didn't you, yesterday morning?
Yeah, it was not good.
1-0 pitch. So 1-1 pitch here. So you went in to do what? To get a coffee? To pay your gas? What were you doing here?
It was a company. It was my morning routine. Get gas.
You get gas every morning? That seems excessive.
Yeah, well,
do you drive a lot?
Yeah,
1 and 1 is the count.
You're gonna find out how much I drive
swings.
tomorrow. In a nutshell, the convenience store worker was not equipped to be working.
Kind of carrying over from the night before, you were suggesting, perhaps.
I think it was
2 and 2.
probably just a consistent wave of issues. But when I learned that you need a code to actually work the thing that rings you in.
2-2 pitch. He gets strike 3. And on that, we will head to break. 5 innings in the book. Red Sox leading 3-2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Mass Mutual is an official partner of the Red Sox. And as fans first, we know you're already zoning out. So here are 20 soothing seconds of Fenway sounds, because there's nothing like being at the ballpark. This meditation is brought to you by Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox.
Hey, Red Sox Nation, imagine replacing your roof once and never worrying about it again. With Interlock Metal Roofing, you get the last roof you'll ever need. Durable, beautiful, and backed by a lifetime warranty. For over 25 years, homeowners across New England have trusted Interlock to protect their homes. Make the switch today. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com or call 866-733-5811 for a free quote. One roof, one call for life. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Transition Medical Weight Loss is giving you more options than ever. And they're so confident you'll see results, they're offering $150 off food from the online Transition Marketplace. Absolutely free to anyone who signs up for Transition Anywhere this month. 600 healthy and delicious food options, custom diet and fitness plans, access to FDA weight loss medication. This is weight loss done right. You don't feel those other diets, they feel you. Head to TransitionSalem.com and use the code FOOD150. That's FOOD150.
Looking for a great value for lunch? Visit the 99 Restaurant for their new daytime deals menu, available Monday through Saturday until 5 p.m. Try the Vermont Cheddar Chicken Sandwich, flatbread combos, and 6 new hearty sandwiches. You gotta love the 9s.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Welcome back. JetBlue Park, Fenway South, Fort Myers, Florida. Tom Karen, Rob Bradford with you. As Greg Weissert comes back out. Got 2 outs in the 5th inning, 1 on after the walk. The caught stealing as Wong threw out Soto, then Basayo struck out swinging. Now facing Gary Sanchez to begin the 3rd inning. Couple of defensive changes. Phil Sykes goes out into right field to replace Abreu, and Sebi Zavia is behind the plate.
I did confirm that the Sebi versus Zebi confrontation a few games ago was the first in baseball history.
2-0 pitch missing downstairs. Where do you confirm that?
From Sebi. Because I figure, like, if that has to have... There's nobody else named Sebi, right?
In the history of baseball.
Find somebody else named Sebi.
3-0 pitch. Fouled on.
And what I'm talking about, there was a Minnesota Twins prospect with the first name of Zebi. So Sebi Zavala,
right?
He faced Zebi. So if
I've just I've grown wary over time. Not that Sebi Zavala isn't an upright, honest person, but if you're not going to like a record book, I'm not ready to give you the history of baseball.
That's called a Bobby Valentine
because you went to Sebi and he said, "Yeah, I don't think it happened before."
Well, it's never happened to him.
3-1 the pitch. Ball outside, so a leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Weiser today.
I feel in one of the 102-year-old guys that Joe Castiglione was mentioned the other day, there might be a Sebi involved somewhere. We can look it up. But I always remember you talk about that, TC. And I remember when Bobby Valentine was managing the Red Sox in spring training, we'd tell these great stories. But then we had the ability to look them up.
Right. You look them up. It's a man on for Mayo as he'll drive this one up the middle. That's a hard hit, line drive, base hit. So 2 aboard, nobody out off Weissert in the 6th. I just remember once I was working at Ness and I was doing a Bruins game. I was in studio. Bruins had a sellout streak going. And I said, "Hey, I got to find out if it's a sellout." And the guy behind the camera said, "It's a sellout." And I said, "Wait, what?" He goes, "Yeah, no, it's a sellout." I said, "No, great." Came on the air, said, "Solid, continue." Later on, we find, it was like right at the end of the game, so they hadn't put up the attendance yet. Then the attendance comes out, it's like 2,000 shy of a sellout. I was like, "Dude, I thought you said it was sellout." He goes, "Yeah, it looked really full to me." So that's sort of learned over time. Strike call here. Taz Cameron.
In baseball season, that usually happens in September when apathy has crept in.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure. First time ever. We've seen history today. 2 on, nobody out. And this is a base hit. Right field. They'll hold up the runners, but a walk and 2 singles now, and Weissert has the bases loaded with nobody out in the 6th.
Well, we talked about Weissert having a good spring so far, and he's obviously in contention for one of these final bullpen spots. But he does have options, TC. I mean, that's the thing that's sort of working against him. I look at a guy like we just mentioned, Adam Ottavino's pitching up in Northport today. Went an inning and 2/3, which is by far the most he's gone, giving up 2 hits, no runs.
That'll bring up Machine, who's 1 for 2, a single, a run scored. Well, that's what makes it interesting. You got a guy like Sean Newcomb, who's having a terrific camp, and Alex Cora was pretty clear about him being in the mix. That 5th starting rotation spot. This Machine fouls it back. It's 1-1, but that'll come at the cost of another pitcher who maybe's pitching well but has options. Now, it's interesting because, as I understand it, Newcomb doesn't have an opt-out because he doesn't have enough time for the automatic Major League opt-out and didn't have an opt-out written into his minor league contract. At least that's what's been reported, as this is outside, it's 2-1. But at over 5 years, I would think he'd have to clear waivers. I don't think he'd have options remaining.
No, and I know that Michael Fulmer does have an opt-out, another candidate.
Yeah, the Ottavinos, the Fulmers, this one line back up the middle. Weissert just unable to get a glove on it. It gets by him, and that's a line drive, base hit, and a run scores, tying the game at 3. First 4 batters of the 6th inning have reached here off Greg Weissert.
But yeah, Newcomb has looked outstanding. And really, if you want to go by who has looked the best to fill out those 2 spots left behind by Bayo, Giolito, and Crawford, I think Fitz and Newcomb are the 2 guys.
Yeah, Cooper Criswell's pitched well, but again, the illness now has set him back perhaps a little bit.
Yeah, he had the rough outing, but it was sort of a tough environment up in Dunedin. But I think that Newcomb has Major League experience, makes a lot of sense. And the other thing at TC is that you want to keep a guy in the organization if you can, right?
No doubt. Right, that's, again, Joely Rodriguez last year, right? When you have an opportunity like that, Brennan Bernardino had the better camp than Joely Rodriguez. But by keeping Rodriguez, who had an opt-out, and sending Bernardino back, you were able to keep both in the organization. Now, it was changed quickly as Vasquez fouls off the first pitch. It was changed quickly because Rodriguez struggled and Bernardino was pitching well. But sometimes the first decisions you make out of camp are about how many of these players can you keep in the organization. And that's another base hit. Vasquez sending it to left. All the runners advance 90 feet. An RBI single for Vasquez. And that's 4 consecutive hits after the walk and 2 runs aboard, making it 4-3 Baltimore.
Well, you look at Weissert, and he obviously, his bread and butter is that slider. And the slider measurements up on the scoreboard, he had 22.2 inches of horizontal break on that, which is insanely good. Problem is, it just went right out over the plate where it was lined.
Nobody out. Bases loaded still. Beavers takes called strike.
And it's a good point, TC, about opening day. We obsess over opening day, right? Just like last year. And then 2 weeks in, it's different.
Strike called in the inside corner.
Can you name the players at Joely, besides Bernardino, that it was vying for a spot with? I can name one.
Go ahead.
Lucas Luque.
That's right. That's right. 0-2 pitch. Down to the dirt. Gets away from Zavala, and a run will come in on the wild pitch. So a 3-run inning. Runners advance.
An interesting thing about that play right there, Zavala's down on one knee, which all these catchers are now, and they're not even really teaching him that to block it like they used to. They're teaching him to sort of like pluck it from the ground.
And you wonder how much of that will change. The 0-2 pitch is fouled back with the ABS.
Yeah.
Right, when framing maybe becomes slightly less important because you can always review if it's a strike.
What's interesting, I was talking to Zavala about last year's with Seattle, and his framing numbers were really good before he got to Seattle with the White Sox. They had him switch knees, and he said it messed him up.
Misses on the outside corner, 2-2 the count.
Where now you see he's on his left knee. He said Seattle, for some reason, wanted him on his right knee.
What goes into that? Which knee?
Well, the Seattle they were overthinking it.
2-2 the pitches, it's fouled back.
I mean, which is bizarre because you would think that after they see the sample size of, hey, you're not as good at framing as you were when you were with the White Sox, and we switched your knees. And he said he didn't feel comfortable, but you go with what the organization said. But to go back to the blocking, that was a perfect example of how it's changed right there.
Down low, 3-2 the count to Beavers.
And talking to some catchers here, they said they've prioritized, this group has prioritized the lower part of the zone more than any other organization they've been in. This camp, anyway.
Missing inside, the walk will load the bases. So Greg Weissert has faced 6 batters. He's walked 2, given up 4 hits, and Alex Cora will come out to take the ball. So we talked about what a great spring Weissert has had, but this was a struggle from the start. He will end up going 2/3 of an inning as he came into the 5th and now into the 6th. Walking 3, giving up 4 hits, and so far 3 runs in. We'll take a break. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
And we welcome you back to Jet Blue. Greg Weissert comes out. Jose Adonis will come in his place. 5-3, Orioles leading. Still nobody out. The base is loaded for Adonis. 10 career minor league seasons. 8 seasons in the Foreign League. Last year was in Mexico at a 1.35 ERA in 32 appearances. He's 32 years old now, but that did not go well for Greg Weissert.
No, it did not. And like you said, slider moves, but when it's not hitting the right location, it doesn't really work. And it's disappointing for Greg Weissert. As we said, he was on a roll. He's had such a good camp, but you need every single one of these appearances to be impressive because there's a lot of competition.
Well, and especially now, right, as Adames misses inside facing Bradfield Jr. with the bases loaded and nobody out. As you get to this final week, everybody knows where they stand, right? And that starts to add that little bit of pressure knowing that I need to go out and give them one more impression inside. Now it's 2-0. Like Campbell today. Campbell has given you a great impression today. If there is still an opening to get into that second base mix, he's made a case today.
Absolutely. And, it's as you get deeper.
2-0 pitch. Missing outside. 3-0.
Typically in Campbell, actually Roman Anthony told me this today. He said, the at-bat that I had against Pablo Lopez was just different because these pitchers are now being regular season pitchers.
3-0 pitch. Adames gets the called strike on the sinker, 93 miles an hour. Red Sox trailing 5-3. Three-one pitch. Big swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
Feels like it's Fernando Rodney on the mound, doesn't it? All it's missing is a tilted hat.
We do the arrow afterwards.
We can only hope.
Cranked it up to 95 on that last pitch. There's the 3-2 driven foul on the right field side.
Speaking to Roman Anthony, when I was talking to him today, I asked him the obvious question, which is give me a good story from living with Marcelo Meyer. And they live with 3 other guys as well down in spring training. There's always these good stories, like Mookie Betts driving the golf cart in the lake, something like that.
What'd he give you?
They think their house is haunted.
Why?
Because one of the other guys, in the middle of the night, the light just went on randomly. Which led me to all kinds of good haunted houses stories.
3-2 pitch. Missing outside. Bases loaded walk. Another run in. 4 runs in the inning and still no outs. It is 6-3 Orioles.
Yeah, the wheels are falling off a little bit here.
Did you end up talking about the Vinoy Hotel?
Yeah, well, that was straight ball right down the middle for me.
Well, Scott Williamson talk.
And by the way, Jared Saltalamacchia, another guy.
But the Williamson story about the general manager of the hotel?
Oh, yeah.
His name was Williamson.
You can read all about it in the critically acclaimed Chasing Steinbrenner.
Oh, is it? Strike called inside. I was the sideline reporter when that was all happening, so we would travel with the team, obviously, the TV network. Trot Nixon had a sheet and was doing the Scooby-Doo, ghost. Yeah, it didn't go over well with Williamson.
No? Yeah, he's a serious guy.
He was very serious about the ghost thing. He didn't want anybody joking about it.
And Salty is very serious as well.
Yeah.
He is absolutely convinced that it's haunted.
1-1 the count here to Soto. 8th batter of the inning. 4 runs across. 6-3 Orioles now. Swing and a miss.
Ooh. Well, there's always these good spring training stories of guys like sharing the same house or whatever it is. And I remember last year, Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony they were living together and they were driving. They were just about to their place, and they realized that Tristan Casas had basically taken the place away from them. So Tristan Casas had gotten the place, and they got there like, sorry, he's already been rented by someone by the name of Tristan Casas.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that story. 1-2 pitch here. Driven to right field, way back, and off the wall. And that'll bounce by Sykes in right field. 2 runs in. They'll hold the third, and it'll be a 2-run double for Soto and a 6-run inning for the Orioles.
Yeah, that ball was rocketed. Not a great jump by Sykes. See, this is a tough outfield right now with the sun and the wind and everything else, but still smoked. But the Mookie Betts golf cart in the lake is an all-time.
That's an all-time spring training story.
Yeah.
Orioles leading it 8-3. Yeah, as an inning that has just gotten away, it started. A leadoff walk to Sanchez. 4 consecutive singles. A walk to Dylan Beavers. A walk and a double. And a high pop-up first base side. Casas over there will make the catch. First out of the inning. Runners have to hold. And that'll be the 9th batter of the inning, batting around here in the 6th inning. The Orioles. Gary Sanchez, who led it all off this 6th inning, will step up now.
Gary Sanchez wearing number 99, by the way.
Couldn't wear that in New York.
Is that why he left?
Might have been why he left. Couldn't grow a beard. Couldn't wear 99. He can grow a beard. Pitch upstairs. You know, you talk about this Orioles team and the kind of belief throughout the game that there hasn't been enough done. You had Corbin Burns as your leadoff, as your opening day pitcher last year. Your opening day starter was Corbin Burns. It's Zach Eflin this year. And nothing against Zach Eflin. He was a good pickup for them down the stretch. Inside here, it's 2-0. But that's a big drop-off from Corbin Burns. And to your point earlier, you thought Corbin Burns was going to be the beginning of that type of signing.
Yeah, and Grayson Rodriguez was another guy.
It's a big blow.
We're banking on taking that huge step forward, being an ace.
2-0 pitch, caught the outside corner. It's 2-1.
But to go back to when David Rubenstein took over as owner, you immediately make the Corbin Burns trade. You trade some of this wealth of prospects that they have. And then they think, okay, here come the extensions.
2-1 pitch fouled off.
You have the owner out in the splash place, you know, with the water gun, and everyone's happy, and they're winning, and here we go. We're going to compete with the big boys. And then you get to this offseason, and, you know, friend of the program, Tyler O'Neill, glad he got his deal, but you didn't think that that would be the biggest acquisition that they would make all year.
You heard they were moving the wall in left field again. He said, sign me up. 2-2 the pitch. It's down low. It's 3-2. How did you not get Tyler O'Neill in this game on St. Patrick's Day? That had to happen. No, O'Hearn isn't here. O'Neill isn't here.
I actually have an answer for that.
Save it. It's a 3-2 pitch. Just wait a second. To Sanchez. High fly ball, center field. Rafaela. Coming in now will make the catch. Runner starts, but good throw in from Rafaela, and he'll retreat. 2 down here in the 6th.
It's an answer that really wasn't worth waiting for.
That's
that
a
long.
tease.
No,
I knew there was
up there.
There's a play coming up on a 3-2 pitch. I wanted to call.
No, it was a good call by you.
For my resume tape. I might need it someday.
You dominate all sorts of mediums.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
It really wasn't worth waiting for.
But now, with all the build-up, please tell us what happened.
Let me tell you, when I went up to Sarasota last week, the Sarasota camp, there was only one reason I went up there, was to confront Tyler O'Neill about not coming to Fort Myers. And I did.
Because you already knew he wasn't coming.
No, I'm trying to make it drama-filled.
No.
No, I saw Tyler O'Neill. I went up there to interview Charlie Morton for the podcast. I saw Tyler O'Neill. I gave him a Baseballs and Boring shirt. He immediately cut the sleeves off, and he said, no, I'm not coming to Fort Myers because I don't need to. I've already done my trip.
There you go. That was it. That's all you got.
But you're an O'Neill.
0-1. And it's going to be St. Patrick's Day.
It's going to be St. Patrick's
1-1.
Day.
But like I said, no Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeah.
No Tyler O'Neill. I feel like the Orioles...
No Troy O'Leary.
Orioles begin with the letter O, like they just haven't done enough to celebrate this day.
It's a microcosm of the entire operation.
1-1 the count, missing outside.
You know who would have been a great guy for the Orioles to pitch today? Dylan O'Cease.
He would have been good for just about anybody.
I'm still shocked. I know that San Diego's probably asking for a ton, but wow. I mean, he seems.
But they also think they're in it. Isn't that part of it? 2-1 off the bat.
Oh, I think he hit his
Maybe
hand.
his hand.
Ah, you hate to see that. Yeah.
Mayo appears to have taken it off the hand.
That is just, a top prospect, a guy like Mayo. You don't want to see it to anybody. Any of these hand injuries this time of camp, it's not good.
Take a look at him here.
Checking his right hand.
All right, while they look at him, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We are your home for Boston College football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
All right, so Mayo coming out of the game. He will head into the dugout. Nobody appears to be in a rush to take his place. Now we get a pinch runner, so he was hit by the pitch. I wasn't sure if they were going to call that a foul ball because it looked like it might have hit his hand and the bat.
Well, in the way that dugouts are configured, the Orioles are on the other side of their clubhouse.
Rob, I just want to jump in here because we can celebrate for a moment. Griff O'Farrell has come in as the pinch runner.
See?
So the Orioles clearly listening to the WEI radio network down in the dugout, got the message. They understood the assignment on St. Patrick's Day, and O'Farrell steps in as the pinch runner to load the bases.
And I can announce the Orioles have just traded for Dylan Cease. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you can't announce that.
I'm just kidding. I thought that they were going to right all the wrongs. No.
One at a time.
Griff O'Farrell.
Come on now.
They came in strong.
Strike called. Yeah, you wonder, Sandy Alcantara.
It's another one. I mean, to go to the Padres. The Padres, I would imagine, of course, they're still in it.
1-1, missing just upstairs.
But there's some question about ownership there. And it's so funny because you look at what they did last year. They traded Juan Soto, and they ended up as one of the most threatening teams in baseball by the time the postseason rolled around.
A little flare on the right field side, just foul.
And that's why when we talk about the Vlad Guerrero Jr. situation, it doesn't make any sense. And I just think you just give what you think is going to be close to your best offer. And if he's not going to take it, you trade him. But it does sound like they're sort of regrouping.
Yeah, maybe one last push, said by the end of spring training, even though he had said it was over. 2-2 pitch, line drive, base hit, drops into left field, 1 run in, 2 runs in. And that's a 2-run single for Daz Cameron, his second hit of the game. That's an 8-run 6th inning for the Orioles.
Well, Griff O'Farrell. This is the Griff O'Farrell game.
He had to hold up at second base. You want him out there as long as you can if you're the Orioles to celebrate this great holiday.
Does he have his name on the back of his jersey?
I don't think so.
No.
There aren't many players left with names on their jerseys in the dugout, I've noticed.
A third base coach, I see name on the back of his jersey is Britton. That's Zach Britton's brother, Buck Britton. Has managed the Norfolk Tides the last few years.
It's the 0-1 pitch, grounded foul.
And he's had some wagons there for Norfolk the last couple of years. But yeah, you look at the Orioles. Do you think they'll make a trade? No, you don't think so?
I don't know. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3.
You can leave it there.
We'll tease it. I got thoughts on that I'll share with you when we come back. 8 runs in the 6th for the Orioles. We'll take a break on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get St. Patrick's savings today at Shaw's and Star Market. Signature Select corned beef point cut is just $1.27 a pound, and green cabbage is 17 cents a pound when you use a digital coupon. Both limit to while supplies last. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Hey, Lou Maloney here. I'm right in the middle of spring training down here in Fort Myers, and man, I am putting my healed elbow to the test. Thanks to Ortho Laser in New England, I was able to play catch with my kid, fully work out, and even play some golf. And through all that, zero pain. Before Ortho Laser, lifting a glass of water was a chore. Now I'm playing catch with my kid without a wince. I get it. Most of you don't need to toss BP, but you still walk, carry groceries, get out of bed. When with joint pain, it's always there. It doesn't have to be. Do what I did and choose Ortho Laser New England. Alleviate tendonitis pain, stabilize arthritic joints, all without needles or surgeries. The FDA-approved robotic laser can help your body heal the joint, sprains, strains, and even post-op recovery. If you have joint pain, reserve your free consultation at any of their Massachusetts or New Hampshire location. Visit ortholaserne.com. That's ortholaser with a Z-N-E.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I welcome you back. It is now a 10-3 game, and we've got a new pitcher on the Baltimore Orioles. It'll be Blake Money on the mound. O'Farrell moves into shortstop. And we've got a new third baseman as well, Leandro Arias. I don't think the Orioles will make a trade before the season, running out of that time anyway, but I could see them doing something in season as you approach the deadline. 0-2, the count quickly here to Campbell.
That was another disappointing thing, though. You know, we talked about the excitement when the Corbin Burns trade happened. Even the deadline, though, was sort of, anticlimactic. Didn't really feel like they really went for it like they should have.
Swing and a miss, strike three. So Campbell strikes out to begin the sixth inning. An 8-run top of the sixth.
I mean,
for Baltimore.
This injury, Kobe Mayo, that's another. People in Baltimore are cringing a little bit right now.
Beg your pardon, that was fouled off. So he will go back in. He walked away, then came back.
You have Gunnar Henderson already injured.
It's the 0-2. Missing down low, it's 1-2.
Grayson Rodriguez injured.
That's the big one, obviously.
Yeah, I think Gunnar Henderson's going to be okay as long as it's not a lingering thing.
And they should have the offense to survive till he's ready. Even some of the young prospects here today are expected to jump up and help soon. That's fouled back. And, of course, moving the left fence in as much as 20 feet. The height lowered some 4 or 5 feet. Like Elias says, we overcorrected when we sent it too far out. Let's bring it back in a little bit.
Well, Tyler O'Neill said flat out he would not have signed there if they kept the.
There's a graveyard out there.
Yeah, he said, and he really said no right-handed hitter would have signed there.
Been pushed back in 2022, so 3 years later they're bringing it back in. 91 wins last year as Campbell swings and misses, and that'll be strike three.
You look at some of these parks that do some odd things. Some first guesses, like that's not a good idea. Putting a flagpole in center field with a hill, like a built-in ACL injury.
Yeah. That was a gimmick. That was Houston's attempt to recreate the quirk they could find of every baseball ever. As that's Rafaela. First pitch swinging, fly ball, center field. Bradfield Jr. makes the catch, 2 down.
Another one, Detroit. I mean, remember when Detroit moved they moved the fences out, or they had the fences out
Yeah, they brought him in because they were so far out at the beginning, right?
when they got Juan Gonzalez, right? Yeah.
I always thought Comerica was built as the exact antithesis of Tiger Stadium. Tiger Stadium, everything was on top of you, and Comerica is so spread out. If you're in the seats, you're far from the action, even if you're in the good seats.
Yeah, it's too bad. We semi-new parks, and now it's semi-new parks, so we're talking about 30 years old.
Anything younger than Fenway, really.
Right. But there's so many whiffs.
2-0 the count, by the way. I want to keep you updated once in a while what's happening in the game. Durant at the plate. Go ahead.
No, there's so many whiffs. You have Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago, whiff. Comerica Park, okay. Cincinnati, okay. Not really great.
2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. The amazing thing is Guaranteed Rate Park, whatever it is called now, and
in Chicago.
It was Comiskey.
Yeah.
Was built like a year before Camden Yards.
Yeah.
Like that was the dividing line. The last of the old and the first of the new, right? 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, first base, fielded there. Basayo plays it. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the 7th here at Jet Blue. Baltimore leading 10-3 on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, it's Dan Andelman from Phantom Gourmet. If you're anything like me, you know the feeling. As soon as you click yes on a subscription, you feel trapped. That's why Awaken 180 was such a relief. There's no subscription, no auto payments, no sneaky fine print. You pay as you go, losing weight while you go. After dropping 6 pounds my first week, I realized the proof was in the results. The weekly results on the scale and the weekly results I would feel. 12 pounds down after 2 weeks, and I was sleeping better. 18 pounds down after 3 weeks, and my skin was clearer. Every week I lost weight, and every week I would gain in life. I reached my goal thanks to Awaken 180, 50 pounds by the time I turned 50, and haven't looked back. Instead, I look forward. Each month I can see my awesome coaches at the Newton location, and for free. No subscriptions, no automatic withdrawals, no fine print. Results and free support for life are what I found with Awaken 180, and you will too. Online at Awaken180weightloss.com.
It's almost spring, and that means we'll be honoring this year's group of Chick-fil-A community heroes. If you know somebody in your community that goes above and beyond, it's time to nominate them. Go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes to nominate somebody in your town or your city.
Your old or broken phone can let you down, but at Verizon, trade in any old phone from our top brands and get iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence with a new line on My Plan and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. After all, you don't want your old phone to die on you when you're lost.
Perfect.
Or for your broken phone to glitch at the worst possible time.
Hey, can I get your number?
Oh. Trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service plan required for Apple Watch and iPad.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Top of the 7th here at Jet Blue Park. It is 10-3. Baltimore in the lead. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Red Sox. It'll be Luis Guerrero. And we've got some other changes as well. Franklin Arias will take shortstop. Juan Chacon is in left field. Max Ferguson in center field. I think that's it for now.
Yeah, Christian Campbell still out at second base. Bregman still out at third. Cassis at first.
Guerrero facing Vasquez with the Orioles leading 10-3, and he hits him inside. Another Oriole is hit, this time in the elbow, and he is down.
Yeah, it looks like either elbow or right forearm. Does not look good. Oh, he's in a lot of pain. I mean, TC, that's the most pain I've seen a guy hit in the arm in a long time.
Yeah, he went down immediately and looks to be in pain as he sits over to the left of home plate.
You know, and Guerrero, obviously, he's trying to make the team as well, and he's had like rough couple outings. He was really on a roll. A lot of people thought that he had the inside track, but he needs to get right here.
So he's back up on his feet, and he'll get applause here as he is hit by the fastball inside the right elbow forearm area, as you said. And so he will come out of the game. We have a pinch runner taking his spot out there in first base. It'll be Colin Burns, not Corbin Burns.
No, not
Colin Burns.
How about the fact where Corbin Burns ended up?
Didn't see that coming.
Did not see that coming, but he really wanted
to be in Arizona, wanted to stay in Arizona.
And in Arizona, to their credit, they found that out. They went after him. Ownership said, okay, go ahead.
That'll bring up Beavers. Guerrero with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets the called strike. It's 0-1. 7th appearance of the spring for Guerrero. 4 of his 6 have been scoreless, but last time out, last Tuesday against Philadelphia, 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 earned runs, walked 3 batters. One and 2 the count here to Beavers.
Tuesday, I had Mike Hazen on the podcast today, and I asked him that question. I said, listen, ownership paid the money for Jordan Montgomery last year. When you say, can we pay the money for Corbin Burns, what do they say? It's like, I've never been turned down. We really want a guy.
1-2 pitch driven to left center field. Back after it is Duran. He makes the catch. Chacon, rather. Chacon out there in left. Now there's one down. Good, you have to wonder what's going on here, because as we said, he walked 3 in his last outing last Tuesday, and now he has hit 2 batters here today.
Not a good time to get in this little rut for him. He said he was on a roll. He looked great, throwing near 100 miles an hour. But you got to throw strikes. And now, Enrique Bradfield, who you don't want to see anything happen. He's trying to walking it off there. I'm not sure where it hit him, TC.
Yeah, it was down by the foot, I thought.
He's staying in the game, though.
He stays in the game. He goes to first base. And that'll bring up Leandro Arias. Arias coming in, playing third base now, rather. Takes ball 1.
Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my big brother, Eric Bradford. It's always great when you have a relative, a brother who has a birthday on a holiday, built-in reminder.
That's true. That's blocked there. Suppose I should give my wife a shout out on St. Patrick's Day. When you marry a Kelly O'Malley, you have to usually make sure St. Patrick's Day is special.
Now, just look what you did. Now I have to wish my wife a happy.
You just waved to her. She's here.
Her maiden name is Doyle.
All right.
Yeah, yes. Wave is equivalent of mentioning on the air.
Same thing as mentioning on the air.
But I think a birthday trumps all. Happy birthday to my brother,
Happy
Eric.
birthday. I didn't mean to step on your brother's birthday, right? I hope he has a great birthday.
I'm sure he is. This is always a highlight because I'm always doing the St. Patrick's Day game. It's cheaper than a gift.
But both is also nice. 2-0 pitch. Strike called, 97 miles an hour.
You can only get so many baseball sport shirts.
Can you?
Oh, I know what he can get.
What?
Hearts of Pine kit.
You know somebody. I know somebody. 2-1 pitch. Bounces away. Runners will advance. So 2 hit batters and a wild pitch here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Guerrero's having a real hard time finding the strike zone here. Just doesn't seem comfortable. We saw him earlier in camp, and he was dotting that 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, first few appearances, he looked terrific. 2-1. Missing inside. That's ball 4. So command troubles over these last 2 appearances for Guerrero. Get the bases loaded, 1 out.
And we can give another update from up in Northport. It's the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox leading 2-1 against the Atlanta Braves. Again, Marcelo Meyer with a big 2-run single.
Basayo at the plate. He is 1 for 4 on the afternoon, had a single in the 3rd inning. Todd ahead of this one, fouls it off.
And you said your sons are celebrating St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yes. Please keep my sons in your thoughts as they go to the Dropkick Murphy show on St. Patrick's Day tonight.
What, the running of the bulls was not available?
That'll be next year. There's a foul ball down the right field side. And I got him the tickets. My aforementioned wife, Kelly O'Malley's not thrilled with the decision-making process.
Listen, they don't give you a handbook for parenting, TC, right?
That's right. I believe, learning through experience is a great way to get through life.
It'll be a great time.
Dropkick Murphy's, of course, playing over the weekend at MGM Fenway. They're at House of Blues tonight. This is foul back up above us. Do it again.
Of course, we were very thankful to them for giving approval to the official Red Sox podcast of WEI, Play Tessie, for signing off on that.
There you go. Another foul ball right back next to us. Send some people scurrying over to our left.
And Joe and his crew are gone.
Yeah.
Because Joe Castiglione has his guys.
They were sitting next to us. Then around the 7th run of that 8-run inning, they started to get up. Fouled off on the right side.
Yeah, it's like Entourage, Joe.
It is. I've done road games with Joe in the regular season. When you turn around and there's 6 people in the room, you have no idea who they are. One guy owns a bike shop. One guy gives kayak tours. One guy's the Italian restaurant owner.
And it's funny because all of a sudden,
foul ball, and it drops in ahead of Bregman. He's trying to come around third base originally. Then I think the sun factored in. Couldn't get to the ball.
I think he was also shifted way away.
He had a long run to get there.
So you mentioned that Joe, you turn around and you see all Joe's friends. You have the bike shop owner. You have the kayak tour guy. And you have the pizza place. Guess what Joe's doing that night? He's going biking for free.
Yeah, of course.
He's kayaking for free and eating for free.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Guerrero comes back 97 on the fastball, and there's 2 outs. The Aura Pavilion at Fenway is the perfect place to enjoy a game. Aura Pavilion offers cushioned seats, in-seat service, access to the climate-controlled Aura Club space behind home plate, and more. Season ticket packages in the Aura Pavilion start at 20 games. Visit redsox.com/Aura Pavilion for more information. Alex Cora comes out. We'll have a pitching change here at JetBlue Park. Red Sox trailing 10-3 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
All right, welcome back. Got a new pitcher here at JetBlue Park. Christopher Troy coming in, the 26-year-old, 6'4" righty, 12th round pick back in 2021 of the Cal Santa Barbara. 5th year in the organization now, 28 appearances with the ball with Portland last season.
Yeah, and he's had an outstanding spring. And usually he's been the guy to come in these not so clean innings, and usually has gotten out of it. Has
done
had
a good
some,
job with it, yeah, yes.
Big strikeouts against some notable guys. I mean, I think this is a guy, he pitched in Portland last year. You probably see him in Worcester, and then it's up to him. I think you could see him in the major leagues at some point this year, I would imagine.
He'll face the pinch hitter, David Banuelos, hitting for Gary Sanchez. A 10-3 Baltimore lead in the 7th inning. First pitch down in the dirt. Good block by Montero, the new catcher.
But isn't it interesting? They try to find guys who can come in with runners on, like the Bernardinos of the world.
There's no doubt the ability to come in and strand runners is a highly sought trait in a reliever. 1-0 pitch from Troy. Missing down low. It's 2-0. Red Sox been out hit 12-5 today as Troy delivers. Swing and a miss from Banuelos.
That cutter's been really good for him this spring. So did your wife force you to eat corned beef and cabbage?
No, but there'll be a green beer along the way.
Okay.
That's a given. I usually get out of it with a Guinness. You don't have to color that. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Look at you. Thinking of all the angles.
If you can avoid food coloring in your liquids whenever possible, I try to do that.
Note to the city of Chicago.
Base is loaded. 2 down. 2-2 pitch from Troy. Just inside. Count goes full.
So you got it. So you have to drink a Guinness tonight.
I'd probably, yeah.
You're contractually obligated.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I would anyway. Wouldn't you?
I mean,
3-2. Split the G. Do you split the G? Runners go, and it's fouled back off.
I'm going to pretend like I know what you're talking about right now.
Probably shouldn't be getting too deep down the rabbit hole of drinking beer, but there's a whole...
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
March might be a lucky month for you. Try your luck by checking if there's any extra money waiting for you at findmassmoney.gov. Hey everybody, it's Fitzy. Now you could have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, or a refund check that never got to you. It's estimated that 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. My name was on the list. Yours could be too. Just go to findmassmoney.gov today. It only takes 30 seconds to search your name. If you file a claim, make sure you fill out the paperwork so you could become reunited with your lost funds.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats
Town Fair Tire. You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back here, bottom of the 7th. As Blake Money is back out for another inning. And the Red Sox come to bat.
Man, Blake Money, what a name.
It's got to be the money. Carson Seamus at the plate. 3 at-bats for Rafael Devers. Went 1 for 3 with an RBI double in his first at-bat today.
Teammate of Paul Skeens at LSU.
One the pitch. inside. It's 2-1.
Instagram account is at the Blake Money. I feel like there should have been a better Instagram account name.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Money made 14 starts in single A last year at a 3.15 ERA. Missing upstairs, it's 3-2.
Well, how about this? I'm going to give you some Blake Money facts.
What do you got?
Not only a teammate of Paul Skeens, but his wife also on the gymnastics team with Paul Skeens'
Is that
girlfriend.
true?
Yes.
It's not quite as popular. There's a long fly ball, tracking it down in center field to make the catch is Bradfield Jr., living up to the Tristan Casas hype.
Tristan Casas knows his stuff. Excellent job by Enrique Bradfield Jr. In case you missed it, Tristan Casas said the best defensive outfielder in baseball right now. But more importantly, Sammy May Money, that's her name, was a teammate of Paul Skeens' girlfriend.
Does she, Olivia?
Livy Dunn.
Livy Dunn. Does she have, the 10 million Instagram followers like Livy Dunn has?
No, she has 23,000 followers
it's not
on
bad.
Instagram.
It's more than me. 0-1, fouled off left side.
Assistant coach now at University of North Carolina Gymnastics.
There you go, an accomplished couple.
See, I mean, that's the type of information when you woke up this morning you didn't think you were going to get.
No, guaranteed.
Sammy May Money. Now that's a good name. That's a good name.
It's the 0-2 from Blake Money. Ripped foul.
Ooh, this is LSU versus LSU.
It is.
Show me the money.
Alex Bregman, of course. Was drafted by the Red Sox out of high school in, the 24th round? Decided he would give himself a better shot by going to LSU and was picked second overall by the Astros.
I think it worked out for him.
Worked out okay. Or number 30 at LSU, as a reminder that all 30 teams passed on him in the first round. Now where's number 2? The number 2 pick in that first round. Ground ball, second base. There's 2 down as Davis came up with it easily. Here in the 7th inning.
It's interesting. We talked earlier about Bregman's presence in the clubhouse and the story about how he really admired Pedroia. Obviously, Bregman is not the volume of Pedroia, but the same sort of dynamic when it comes to reaching all corners of the clubhouse.
When he first came in and had that first press conference, as this is driven to left field by Casas, getting under it to make the catch as the left fielder Beavers. We'll finish that thought when we come back on the Shaws and Star Market WAI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks, the sporty Sentra, or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/31/25.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing?
Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good to go.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Top of the 8th here in Fort Myers, Florida. The Red Sox trailing the Orioles 10-3. Tom Karen, Rob Bradford back with you. Just finish the thought on Alex Bregman. You know, when he came in at that press conference and the first words he said, I'm a winning player. It's a winning organization. These players are winning players. We have winning coaches. I plan on winning. I counted 5 winnings in the first 45 seconds of his press conference. I'm not sure. He should have dropped the mic and walked away after that.
I mean, there's so many instances like that of him setting the tone. And it's interesting, you know, it's not like he knows, just like Justin Turner knew, you don't have to get on a stool in the middle of the room and say, I'm the leader. But everybody knew he was the leader.
So it is Josh Winkowski at the plate.
This is not our guy, Griff O'Farrell.
It's not anymore. It is. It is. O'Farrell is at the plate.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the scoreboard doesn't have an apostrophe at its ready, which is why Offerall is who I was trying to look it up. But it's O'Farrell. Took me a minute. A little slow. Spring training for everybody, as I like to say. Got a week to get ready.
Well, time's
running
ticking.
out of time.
Yeah, time's ticking. Fortunately for you, this is like, you know, you're easing into the other medium.
Yes. Yeah, this is like you know, spending spring training in the bullpen, but you're going to be a starter. Leaping to make the catch is the shortstop, Arias. And there's one out in the 8th. O'Farrell. Line drive to short. Catch made by Arias. Daz Cameron's still out there. Or I guess it's more the other way, right? You get stretched out at spring training, but you know you're going to the bullpen.
You're just working.
So, like, I'm doing the play-by-play, but I know I'm going to be in studio.
You're working different muscles is what you're doing.
What it is?
You know, so, for instance, if there's a rain delay, there's nobody better prepared for that rain delay than you.
Problem is, whenever there's a rain delay, it seems like Jonathan Papelbon is in studio with me, and I'm always just happy to still have a job at the end of the rain delay.
It is exhausting, isn't it?
It is a lot of work. 1-1 to count to Daz Cameron.
You know, it is. I must. You know, I have small sample sizes of this. You have larger sample sizes of it. But when Pap is talking, you're literally waiting every single word he says.
Where's it going?
Where's it going?
Where's this going? 1-1 the pitch. It's upstairs. It's what makes him great television. But you are. There has never been as many times as since Pap came along and we've had all those rain delays where in the middle of a conversation I would cut in and say, we're going to take a break. Come back right after this. 2-1 as it's foul back. 2-2 the count now. Opening day next Thursday, a week from Thursday, we will have Jim Rice and Jonathan Papelbon in studio, ready to go. Dave O'Brien and Lou Merlone, along with Jemai Webster, back from his World Golf Tour, patrolling sidelines. 2-2 foul back.
Are you going to Mexico, I would imagine, right?
I'm going as sideline reporter. Oh, Dave O'Brien, Lou Merlone, and I will be there.
Okay.
Are you?
No. Somebody's
Are
going.
you sure? Are you not sure?
No? Question mark.
No?
I've been to Mexico once.
2-2 the count. And this is driven to center field. And that'll go all the way. That just kept sailing to the triangle, and it'll bounce out for a ground rule double. Daz Cameron with his third hit of the afternoon.
Yeah, you see why he was a first-round pick. He got some Major League time with the A's, but that ball was smoked toward the 420 mark. Just kept going and going and going, sailing away. One hopped into the crowd. I would imagine that actually I've been to Mexico twice. My first experience probably had no resemblance of what yours is going to be as a sideline reporter.
Cole Ehrman at the plate, ball outside. Where were you?
Spring break in Cancun.
Yeah, so I've been to Cozumel. I've been to Cancun only to connect to Cozumel. Right, you have to fly into Cancun and then do the little puddle jumper over to Cancun, which is a flight I didn't love.
No.
The little Aero Mexico
open cockpit?
flight. Yeah, open cockpit. You're looking over their shoulders at everything. I want mystery. I don't want to see. Why is that red light flashing? I was watching everything. I didn't understand any of it, and it all scared me.
I don't think that'll be a problem this time.
2-0, big swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. We fly out Sunday night after the day game here. And then Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, is the first exhibition game.
Is it really?
Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. 2-1 pitch down in the dirt. Runner will advance. Delayed at first, then he went 3-1. Yeah, they're night games, which I was somewhat surprised by. Actually, I'm told 7 o'clock on the second one. So 9 o'clock Eastern on Monday night, 7 o'clock on Tuesday. I think it's a 1 hour time difference.
And I would imagine, I haven't seen the schedule, but in Wednesday in Texas, they'll probably have an optional workout. It used to be a workout everybody went.
Right. 3-1 the pitch. Fouled straight up. Montero, the catcher, runs back, but it goes up into the seats. I would bet that this will be a pretty well-attended workout, though, because a lot of players will be going from here who weren't in Mexico.
Yeah.
So he probably will try to
Also,
get everybody together.
People, they like going to the park. You know, it's people.
Day before the game, why not?
For a little bit, yeah.
Are you going to Texas?
Yes, I am.
Attaboy.
And, you know, I think what I remember the workout in 2019 in Seattle. That was the last workout I really remember everybody really had to go to.
3-2 pitch here, down in the dirt. It gets away, bounces up high, and the run will come in.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would like to see somebody block a baseball.
Hasn't been a lot of that today.
But we talked about this. Is that this is not something they're drilling in.
No.
The one knee, they're taught to hit the ground with your glove and then sort of pick it up, snatch it off the ground. But you know, we're seeing a bunch of balls get to the backstop because they're not blocking it. Sorry, old man yelling at clouds.
That's all right. Keep yelling.
But, you know, I remember that workout. That was a year that Chris Sale had signed the extension just before the season started.
Right.
And I sat down with Rick Porcello when the workout was over, and I said, hey, you know, I just want to check in your extension talk, whatever. And he said, sit down. And he went step by step about what happened, which he did not get an extension done.
Colin Burns at the plate now. It has not gone well this spring for Josh Winkowski. He has given up at least one run in every appearance. Last outing was on the 8th at Minnesota. Gave up 4 earned runs without recording an out. He's given up 1 run here. It's 11-3. Gets the called strike 3, so he retires Burns for the second out of the inning.
Which, speaking of extensions, TC, yes or no, Garrett Crochet gets an extension done before the first pitch of the season is thrown?
I'm going to say no. You?
Yeah, I'll say no, too.
Just, I really did like his attitude when he was saying, you know, I'd like to pitch a full year and set my market value after a full healthy year as a starter, as this will be a base hit for Beavers. Runner going to third. And so, 2 on, 2 out. And the trouble continues here in the 8th.
Well, I said it when I popped on with Will yesterday, is that I look at it from both parties. The reason not to. For Crochet, the reason not to is he has the same agency as Mac Fried. He knows they know how, obviously, what Mac Fried's market is. They know how that was approached. And he should get more money than Mac Fried because he's a younger guy.
There's a base hit up the middle. Bradfield with an RBI single. And it is now 12-3.
And then conversely, from the Red Sox point of view, is just like you said, as good as he is and as good as you think he's going to be, it's still 1 year as a starter under his belt. And so you would want some certainty. Now, if you do get that certainty and he is as good as we think he's going to be, it's going to cost you a ton of money. But that's the cost of doing business, right?
If you ultimately, as this one is down in the dirt and the runners will advance, trying to get over to it was Montero. If you make this trade to only get 2 years of Crochet, was it a successful trade? Do you have to extend Crochet to make the value of the four prospects worthwhile?
Two things factor into that. So number one, did you win? Right? It's sort of like the Soto thing.
Right.
Did, hey, you had this great year. If you won, it was worth it.
Well, one missing, it's 1-1.
And then you also have to figure out how good the prospects you were. Teal just gets sent down today, which isn't a surprise by the White Sox. But how good are those guys going to be? You could say the same thing about the Chris Sale trade.
It's a chopper.
Uh-oh.
It'll take a while to get there, and getting there and making
nice
the
play.
throw is Christian Campbell. He's had a good day defensively, no doubt about that. Gets out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get one line on Unlimited Welcome for $45 per month with AutoPay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Boston Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Just in time for your St. Patrick's Day celebrations, corned beef and green cabbage are on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Pick up Signature Select Corned Beef Point Cut for just $1.27 a pound and green cabbage for 17 cents a pound when you use a digital coupon. Both limit to while supplies last. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Don't miss the 4-day St. Patrick's sale. Ends Monday. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Shop the new Cottage Furniture and Mattresses outlet for factory fresh deals. Mattresses start at $129. Sofas $298 with next day eye delivery. Cottage Furniture and Mattresses, South Attleboro, Swansea, Wareham, and Seabrook.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th here in Fort Myers. Good news is we get more money. Blake Money back out on the mound. He'll face Arias. Franklin Arias. In the game as a substitution. Just 19 years old as he gets base hit through the left side.
Oh, he's very highly thought of. Times he's been in these games, he's been pretty good. Got a couple hits. There you get one off Blake Money, which makes it doubly good. That's how good Blake Money is.
More money.
More money, more problems.
Thank you. Set that one up for you. Got to bring up the catcher, Montero. And he takes ball one. Red Sox up at George Steinbrenner Field, the future home of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Amazing.
Currently the spring training home of the New York Yankees. Will Middlebrooks and I will be there tomorrow for you on the radio side. Fly ball, drifting foul up into the seats. Looking forward to seeing it. Glad we're going tomorrow. Going to get to
I tell you what.
Check it out.
You text me at 12:55 tomorrow.
If I'm there
okay?
yet?
No.
How the traffic was?
If you're there, you tell me how much you were looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Because it is the smallest visiting radio booth.
Oh, I've been. But although only for TV.
TV, right.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. I was thinking what a great booth that is. 1-1 upstairs, Montero takes the ball.
Yeah, we make you work for your money here on this medium.
Well, we had an interesting TV radio moment. Our old friend Billy Fairweather, who
Yeah.
owns the Greatest Bar back in Boston, he was down here with a sign, St. Patrick's Day, and saw us up in the press box and held up his sign for 5 minutes.
Because he saw you.
Me.
He saw you, the face of
finally
TV.
I had to yell, I'm on radio today.
I've never seen someone seem so disappointed.
Nothing I can do to help you.
Hold on.
I took a picture and he went away.
Let me put you on my streaming platform.
I got a nice shot on Instagram, my story, if you want to check it out. 3-1 the count. Montero fouls it back.
It's like when someone came up to me today and said, "Are you Enrique Bradfield Jr.?" No, I said, "I'm Rob Bradford."
No,
sorry.
I am not the best outfielder in baseball.
I'm Robert Farnsworth Bradford.
It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I've always said if I just went with R. Farnsworth, I'd be much richer.
You're writing for the New York Times.
More intelligent, exactly. But I wouldn't be able to have the same Twitter handle.
3-2 pitch. Played at the second base on the bag. Davis came up with it and got the play for the 4-3 double play. 2 outs now in the 8th.
I mean, if I go to Blake Money and I present that phrase to him, more money, more problems, you could either take that as a compliment or an insult.
If he were ever a closer, you'd have to come into Nelly, right? Must be the money. Like, that would have to be the music, him coming in. Right? Or Pink Floyd, Money.
Or some remix of Jerry Maguire.
Sykes at the plate now. Takes a strike. Show me the money. It's been good today. Oh, 1 pitch down in the dirt.
Yeah, so you're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. I implore everyone to listen.
Thank you for the ratings boost.
I'm going to implore everyone to listen to see if Tom Caron enjoyed the drive up, how long it took him.
1-1 the count. Fouled off by Sykes. Here's the problem. Will Middlebrooks is driving.
Oh, I was just going to say, are you going to share a car with a former major leaguer?
I am. This is not my first car shared with the former major leaguer, but thank you.
Okay.
I don't think he realizes how bad a passenger I am. I sleep. I stare at my phone. Like, I do nothing for the greater good. 1-2 pitch. Missing outside.
And it's his car.
It's his car.
But it's his car, right? Because he lives in Florida.
Yeah, good point.
Well, because I was very concerned that you did not, that Nesson did not subscribe to the Easy Pass feature in your rental car.
Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Good advice for those of you driving the back roads of Florida as we come back for the 9th inning on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Red Sox Nation, imagine replacing your roof once and never worrying about it again. With Interlock Metal Roofing, you get the last roof you'll ever need. Durable, beautiful, and backed by a lifetime warranty. For over 25 years, homeowners across New England have trusted Interlock to protect their homes. Make the switch today. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com or call 866-733-5811 for a free quote. One roof, one call for life. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
There's a lot to love about. There's a lot to love about you.
Don't miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Love all the trusted 2025 Subaru Crosstrek has to offer, like symmetrical all-wheel drive. Buy with 3.9% financing for up to 48 months or lease for just $315 per month for 36 months. The 2025 Crosstrek is built for your next adventure with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, the latest tech, and advanced Subaru safety features, all packed in the right size SUV. Buy the 2025 Crosstrek with 3.9% financing for up to 48 months or lease for just $315 per month with $25.65 due at signing. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England, a lot to love event. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
There's a lot to love about you.
It's almost spring, and that means we'll be honoring this year's group of Chick-fil-A community heroes. If you know somebody in your community that goes above and beyond, it's time to nominate them. Go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes to nominate somebody in your town or your city.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ninth inning here at JetBlue Park. Josh Winkowski back out. He is facing Samuel Basayo. 1 for 5 on the day. Basayo's played the whole game at first base. 12-3 now. Orioles in the lead. Ahead of them 0-2 on the swing and a miss. Red Sox, their second and final spring training game of the year against the Orioles. They tied 6-6 up in Sarasota back on March 3rd. Ground ball to second base. Oh. Campbell to his left makes the play, and from his knees throws him out. It has been a terrific day for Christian Campbell at second base.
Isn't it ironic that Alex Cora before the game was saying that he's only seen the guy get about 5 chances all spring? He's got, how many chances has he got now? 4 or 5?
Easily.
And he's made 3 legit, really great plays.
Yeah, I've got 4 on my card, and 3 of them with little pluses. High pop up to first base. Over there to make the catch is Jordan for the second out. Let's pause for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Eagles play here. Catch BC football, basketball, baseball, and hockey on WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Tom Karen, Rob Bradford with you here in JetBlue Park, Fort Myers, Florida. Do you think the equation at second base changes at all today because of what we're seeing from Christian Campbell?
I was just going to say that. Spring training, as you know, you do everything you can not to be reactionary, but all things considered, I think today is a difference maker.
1-0 pitch to O'Farrell.
Because as Alex Cora said before the game, like, you have to see the guy make the plays, and we just hadn't been able to have the opportunity to see him make the plays. He's made every kind of play today.
And more fist bumps than I've seen maybe ever in a spring training game.
No, every single throw is followed by a fist bump.
Love it. You love the enthusiasm. 2-1 the count to O'Farrell. Winkowski trying to get through a 1-2-3 inning, missing inside.
And like I said, the plays, TC, have been all different, which is another great thing, another feather in his cap. And I hadn't seen Christian Campbell play a ton, so before today, I couldn't tell you if he was a really good fielder or not. Today, he's been a really good fielder.
There's a line drive base hit. O'Farrell celebrates St. Patrick's Day with a base hit. Keep the ninth inning going with 2 outs.
We go back to Tampa because I'm just getting you ready for your trip. I am anxious to get your take on how you think that stadium's going to be able to hold up in all respects for a major league season. For instance, I think the Tampa Bay Rays people were telling me they have 3 days to turn it over from Yankees to Rays.
That's crazy. Yeah, and just, the rain that comes with a regular season in Florida, ground ball, Campbell will make it, so that'll be his 5th attempt of the day, and he's been perfect, but the Red Sox have not. Gonna need 9 to keep this going as we come back for the bottom of the 9th. Here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Step up to the plate this season with Herb Chambers. We offer the largest selection of cars, trucks, EVs, and SUVs in New England. With 35 brands and so many convenient locations, finding your next vehicle at Herb Chambers is a real game changer.
Winter weather can be frightful, But Shaw's and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaw's and Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaw's and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaw's and Star Market can save you time and money.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom of the ninth here at JetBlue Park, and we have run out of money. Carlos Tavares is the new pitcher for the Orioles. And Cole Urban is the new catcher. Got up with an at-bat earlier. Christian Campbell looking to finish off a nice afternoon. He's got a double, 1 for 3 on the day, but we'll be talking about his defense when this one's over, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the Christian Campbell game.
1-0, 1-1, they call it.
As I said, I mean, TC, you try not to overreact, but this time in camp, in terms of what they were looking for, they say, what we need, this box we need checked off. Well, he's checked off those boxes today.
There's the 1-1.
And TC, I think another part of this, too, is that, yeah, offensively he has a ways to go. He's still way out in front. He's getting beaten on some fastballs. But much like Pedroia back in 2007, you don't need to rely on this guy offensively.
2-1, misses inside. It's 2-2.
There are going to be times if he does make the major league team, he's going to be overmatched. We've already seen that in spring training. But there's going to be a lot of learning and just enough good, I think, if he does make it.
There's a long fly ball, but foul way out ahead of it. Christian Campbell, of course, part of the big three, all three homering in the spring breakout game we did last Thursday up at Port Charlotte.
Also known as the brochure game. They put it on the brochures.
Good day for the organization. 3-2, missing inside, so Campbell will draw a walk and is aboard to lead off the ninth. By the way, what did they call that Roman Anthony home run like 430 something?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That thing was one of the longest home runs I've seen in spring training.
Yeah. And of course, as it came out after with the guy heckling him.
Right. Underrated, he was calling him.
Overrated.
Overrated, not underrated. Yeah,
that would have been a comment.
That would have been a comment. Thank you. As I hit the ball. Here's a long fly ball from Ferguson. The left field, the Beavers under it, and there's one out.
Well, it was interesting talking to him about that. He said that he's been getting a lot of that, not only there, but playing the outfield. You just get a lot of,
Sure. Number one prospect and targets on your back.
How do you say spicy spring breakers?
Yeah.
So I'm going to show him who's what's what.
His home run, the bat flip, the dugout went nuts because everybody had been hearing that guy chanting overrated. It's a special moment.
And then he homered the next day just to make sure.
There it is. It's just the reaction of the crowd to me. It's like, oh!
And then the guy said, see what I did? I motivated him to hit that home run.
I'm here for you. Chacon, 1-1 pitch here, 1-2. Remember the guy when they were the Devil Rays, the guy who would sit behind home plate and just pick one guy. He would pick one guy on the opposite team and heckle him mercilessly.
And that's when they were brutally bad, too.
Right. And there was nobody in the crowd, so you could hear everything he said. 1-2 the count, missing upstairs.
But as Roman said, when you're infield, because I asked him, I said, did you talk to your buddy Jackson Holliday about that dynamic, about being in the crosshairs as the number 1 overall prospect? He's like, yeah, but he plays infield, so you don't really hear it there.
Not as much spiciness?
Yeah.
2-2 pitch to Chacon, missing inside, count is full.
Well, I think overall, as we get into these last days of spring training, overall, the big three, the top 3 prospects, I think they have to feel pretty good about how things have shook out, right?
I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's been a good spring for all 3 of them, capped off with Campbell's work today. Chacon with a high fly ball to center field. Bradfield under it. He'll make the catch, second out of the inning. 2 down now in the 9th. Even the way that spring breakout game, right, it was 2 of the best systems in baseball. And 3 years from now, we're never going to remember that Tampa Bay won that game. We'll always think about the 3 home runs from the big 3.
And even Tampa people, like Carson Williams, their top prospect, the number 9 prospect in all baseball, he hits a home run. Mikey Romero has a big game.
Yeah, the guys you wanted to shine were shining in that spring breakout game. 1-0 the count now to Seamus. 2 out. Campbell on first. 12-3. Orioles leading.
I talked about a few years ago that Grady Sizemore year, the year he went off in St. Patrick's Day. The game before, we had a 4-hour game against the Orioles. 4-hour game against the Orioles. This feels like 4 hours.
Well, that's the difference. I say that all the time. The beauty of the pitch timer is not the 2-hour and 3-minute games this is fouled off. I mean, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that the really slow games that would have been 4 hours and 5 minutes are like 250 now, and you still think that's slow.
This game would have been undeniably 4 hours.
4+.
Right.
No doubt about it. We'd be in the 6th inning right now. Instead, there's 2 outs in the 9th. Strike called is 2-2.
And I can only say that Daz Cameron's Mike Cameron's kid so many times. We're up to 4.
Take the over. with most things, Rob's going to say. Take the over.
Take the over. Want some nuggets about Enrique Bradfield Jr.?
That what he got?
No.
You ever talked to Tristan Casas about him?
I did. It's a whole new listenership. It wasn't 3 hours
Sure, you got
ago.
to refresh the audience, as they say.
You talk about your trip to Tampa tomorrow?
2-2, the count. Haven't talked about the Hearts of Pine in an hour or so. We get back to that. 3-2, the count now. The other thing, Eddie, I didn't realize how many baseball isn't boring stickers you had here in the radio.
That's not me. That's not me. That's just lovers of the brand.
Just storm the booth. Fans storm the booth after every game because they don't want to keep the stickers. They want to put them somewhere.
It's like putting it, like the stickers on the helmet. You do something
The
good.
star of the game. Like little Wolverines. 3-2. Strike 3 called, and that will end it. So the Red Sox are beaten 12-3, but 2 takeaways. Let's make it 3 today here, Rob. We'll do that when we come back. As the Sox are beaten 12-3, we'll come back and wrap it up on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Breaking news, in Dorchester, Paul and Judy purchased whole life insurance policies thanks to their Mass Mutual financial professional.
Wow, what a play, Tom. Can't beat those living benefits.
And in Melrose, Kelly applied for disability income insurance.
Now that's planning for the future.
Insurance, planning, investments. We're here for life's major plays, on or off the field. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox. Securities and advisory services offered through MML Investor Services, LLC. Member SIPC and a Mass Mutual subsidiary.
Do your pipes suffer from low D? Low D is when your pipes aren't draining properly and things get stuck, causing a backup. Don't wait to get things flowing again. Go to drainsbyjames.com and get your pipes unclogged and feeling free again. Whether it's drain cleaning, water jetting, camera inspection, or pipe lining repair, Drains by James is available 24/7 at drainsbyjames.com. Low D can be serious if not treated right away. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Shop the new Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses outlet for unbeatable savings. Mattresses start at $129. Dining sets, $499. Sofas, $298. And queen beds start at $529. Plus, enjoy no-interest financing options, extended warranties, furniture removal options, and get next-day eye delivery. Visit today and shop quality factory-fresh furniture at incredible prices. Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses, South Attleboro, Swansea, Wareham, and Seabrook.
Looking for a great value for lunch? Visit the 99 Restaurant for their new Daytime Deals menu, available Monday through Saturday until 5 p.m. Try the Vermont Cheddar Chicken Sandwich, flatbread combos, and 6 new hearty sandwiches. You gotta love the 9s.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox are beaten 12-3 this afternoon by the Baltimore Orioles here at JetBlue Park, Fenway. South. Tom Karen, Rob Bradford back with you. Rob, a couple of takeaways for the Red Sox, though. Let's start with Tanner Houck. He looked good.
Yeah, he looked a lot better than last time. Really, last time it was just that one inning. He lost a little bit of command, but he looked a lot like the Tanner Houck that we were used to last year, and which is exactly what you want to see. Same thing with Crochet yesterday, where second to last start. A lot of people think it's the most important start, and I think right now they have to feel pretty good about Tanner.
Connor Wong behind the plate threw out a couple of base runners today.
Yeah, this has been one of the points of emphasis. They know that how important he has to be, and he has to be much improved defensively. Offensively, he's already showed some signs, but both those times he threw the guy out stealing, it wasn't even close. So I think that was a huge step in the right direction. I would like to see the catchers block the ball a little bit more, but again, that's just me. I'm a perfectionist, TC.
You are.
That's okay.